Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Listen online, the website that rocks, KMOD.com. Past shows are available on iTunes. Search under BMMS. You can also listen with the iHeartRadio app, available from the store of your cell phone provider. More on that at iHeartRadio.com. And we are on Facebook. Facebook.com/BMMS69. That's where you can hang out with us each and every day. Good morning, Lindsay.
Good morning, Corbin.
Good morning, Gimpy.
Oh, well, hi, good morning.
We're going to play Cupid for Valentine's Day again because you got 6 days. Every day this week, someone's getting a 12-pack of Heineken Silver and a $100 gift card to Moody's Jewelry. Everyone that wins gets that. And they're also in the running for a $1,000 gift card from Moody's Jewelry, which we will award right before Valentine's Day. We're going to see what Lindsay wants to talk about. And we got our top 5 songs. Top 5 songs from currently touring bands with no original members from listener, same name yet not the same. We've talked about this topic before in some way or another. I think if one of the original members is in the band, okay, hold on.
All right.
I'm changing my opinion on this.
All right. All in audible.
All right. If you weren't an original member and you joined the band, how long do you have to be with the band to be considered a member? And then can you continue on if the other people fall off or die?
Lindsay?
I mean, that's a great question. I would say at least maybe a decade.
Okay. Gimpy?
You remember the band the day they say, yeah, come on.
Yeah.
You're one of us now. You're going to be on tambourine. You're going to play lead. You're going to play rhythm. You're on the drums. You're on the keyboard. You're on the triangle. Whatever part you have that's a part of playing the music that's on stage with the band, you are now officially a member of the band. Now, if everybody else falls off and you're there, well, you're still a member of the band. Mm-hmm. You may not be one of the originals. Like, for example, there's a lot of them that like, hey, we started off this original band in 1957. Most people fell off, decided to go elsewhere, but we kept the name going and brought on new people. Let's look at the band Menudo, for example. Oh, there ain't a single damn one of them mother lovers that are original.
Yeah.
But the band name is still there, and they are all still considered members of the band.
We'll get into it a little bit later, but Menudo is one of those bands where it's never intended to be the same people.
Right. But still the same name.
Like VeggieTales.
Yeah.
Sure.
You don't know who those people are. It doesn't matter.
Barney and Friends.
Barney and Friends. Right.
Various other kids' programs.
Right.
I think the only time it's not fair is like when, Raffi leaves, but you continue on as Raffi and Friends.
Uh-huh.
Yes. Baby Beluga, you're going to have to go on by yourself.
I don't want to do this anymore. Well, can we?
Right. But for the argument here, Pantera would not count because there's two original members of the band that are still performing. So for this particular list, no original members at all whatsoever. And I think that's where the difference is.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah, this is a hairy one. And we'll get into it a little bit later when we do our top 5 songs around 9 o'clock. We've also announced our 50th anniversary concert with Shinedown and 3 Days Grace. Tickets available at BOKCenter.com. 50 years is your rock station from Budweiser and KMOD. I was listening to an interview with Ashton Kutcher. I don't think I realized how intelligent this cat is.
Oh, he's a smart dude, man.
Dude, not smart, unbelievably smart.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he always plays that aloof kind of goofy guy, but deep down inside, he's a brilliant dude.
So he has a twin brother. His twin brother had a heart problem.
I had no idea.
When he was in the hospital when they were young. At that point, he decided he was going to become a doctor and learn how to fix his brother's medical condition because apparently he didn't have the answer. So he went to school for biomedical engineering.
Kelso.
And was slaying.
Yeah.
Was at a bar, asked if he'd ever thought about being a model. I mean, the luck on this kid is crazy. Asked to be a model, and he was like, right? Does it, turns into acting. So that was at 19. He goes on 2 calls, gets a Pizza Hut commercial, and that 70s show, and that's it, right?
Yeah.
The rest is history for him.
I wasn't going to say, but okay. The idea that that is an unheard of story
Uh-huh.
to hit it that fast. So by 21, he's on that 70s show.
Mhm.
So in 2 years, he goes from biomedical engineer in Iowa City, Iowa, to New York to LA and on one of the biggest shows from that time.
Yeah.
And then he starts a production company to make movies and TV shows at 21.
Mhm.
Then he says, because he studied biomedical engineering, he understands programming and coding and all that.
Mhm.
He says to his production company in 1997, we need to start doing digital content because buffering's getting bigger. That's going to be when everything really takes off.
Mhm.
They say no. He says peace, starts his own company and became an investment company and got behind a couple companies you might have heard of, like Uber,
Mhm.
Airbnb,
Mhm.
Spotify, Pinterest,
Right.
Warby. I mean, the cat hits home runs.
Yeah.
On top of that, he's a giant advocate for children's rights and fathers.
Mhm.
Lobbied Congress to make it a bill to where you need to put diaper changing stations in men's bathrooms.
Mhm.
Was testified in front of Congress many times, most recently against child trafficking. With the same vinegar
Mhm.
that Jon Stewart does for
Right.
people.
Right. And he's
Mhm.
Jon Stewart, very passionate guy.
Yeah,
When he
yeah.
gets in on something, he's in it. Yeah.
I mean, I never didn't like him,
Mhm.
but now I can't stand him.
Yeah, right. I had read that he could retire from acting, and on his investments alone that he had made throughout his life with the companies that he invested in, he could live off of that very, very, very comfortably, just on his investments alone.
In the interview, they talk about he got embezzled $50 million from him.
Yeah, was it from his management?
No,
Yeah,
but
oh, okay.
the point is like it's not like he's had it skate free.
Mhm.
Right. Right. He's had some
Yeah,
adversities.
he's worth $200 million,
Dang. Good for him. And married to Mila Kunis.
Yeah.
and he was married to Demi Moore.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, at a very young age.
Yeah. Lucky him, right?
Sure. Sure.
Hey, Bruce.
You never know, dude. It doesn't matter how nice the car is. It
Right.
may be in the shop 12 days out of 11. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Waiting on a part. But yeah, $200 million from a guy you think is a loof.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be honest. I don't think there's a movie he does I don't like. Now, they're not for everybody. I understand that. Right?
The Butterfly Effect 2. No, he wasn't in
No,
2.
no. He
He's
just
in
did
the
one,
first
and that
one.
movie's brilliant.
Yeah. The sequel to it was a turd.
Sure.
Yeah.
Dude, where's my car? I mean, they're all kind of like gee. What's that face, Lindsay?
I didn't like Dude, Where's My Car?
That does not surprise me.
Yeah.
You don't like funny things.
I love funny things. That was just a little lame.
But any of those type of like silly rom-coms he's in,
Mhm.
man, they nail.
Yeah.
They just do. And you can not like rom-coms and that's fine. But I have a whole new respect for him.
Yeah.
To do something like that and just continue to kill it. Good for you, man. Because you don't see Fez out there being looked at like that. I think he's getting yoked up on rape charges
Is he really?
or whatever,
He-
being an asshole.
Yeah. I know he after that 70s show stopped, Fez bulked up a little bit. He hosted a few shows, I believe it was on like MTV or some jive like that.
He was big on that 70s show.
Uh,
He was already bulked up.
towards the end of the
they
towards
just-
the end. Mhm.
They just frump him down in the clothes.
Yeah. But I guess after that 70s show, that's when he's like, I can be myself. Nonetheless, he hosted a few things and then he kind of fell off for a little bit after that. And then with the reprise or with the bringing on of that 90s show, he's gotten that role back.
Well, he was available.
I
Right.
think
He needs to pay
Fez
some of
hurt
his court
himself
charges.
when he hooked up with Lindsay Lohan. And then
I mean,
I think that hurt his image.
I don't think he had a big image.
Mm.
I think he was always known as a kind of a John Mayer predator type of guy.
Okay.
What? You knew exactly what I meant.
What do you mean by
You don't
John
know-
Mayer predator guy? Just
Go ahead,
John
Lindsay.
Mayer?
Well, he hooked up with a lot of different women.
Oh, okay.
No. Not just she's being kind,
Mm-hmm.
like much younger.
Okay.
Like, by the way, have you seen the Leonardo DiCaprio thing? He's 48.
Something like that, and dates 20-year-olds.
Oh no, his new girlfriend's 19.
Oh, boy.
Get it, Leo.
That's so creepy. That's so creepy, dude.
But in
That's
Leonardo's
awesome.
defense, and I'm not, and I've said it before, I'm not a Leonardo DiCaprio fan. He looks 20 something.
No, he does not.
No,
You have
he
not
looks
seen-
so young to me.
You have not seen a recent picture of him. He's got dad bod,
Right,
Oh.
right.
which is fine. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, it's fine.
right. You find a 19-year-old with daddy issues, boom, you got it, man.
And just for a comparison,
Uh-huh.
right? The actor and actress
Mm-hmm.
that play in The Last of Us
Mhm.
they're the same. That's the exact same age.
Wow. But
wow,
she
and
looks like
she
she's
looks
15.
13.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, she looks really young.
But
But maybe this
She
19-year-old is an old
portrays-
soul.
She Sure. She portrays a 13-year-old, right? She isn't
Yeah.
13. She portrays.
Mhm.
So they have her maked up to look like that. But when you see pictures of them on the runway together, she looks like a 19-year-old.
I mean,
I
yeah,
think that's
it's-
incredibly creepy.
It is.
And you want to applaud it and stuff. But if your friend was that guy, your wife would hate him because it's creepy.
Or are they just jealous? Are they just jealous? Because there's guys out there that wish they could get a younger gal like Leo can. There's women out there that wish they can get a hotter, younger man than the slob
Yeah.
that they're dealing with at home.
I'm
So
being-
are they being mad and catty, or are they just being jealous little bitches about it?
Yeah, I'm being honest.
Mhm.
Hell's no. That sounds horrible.
Okay.
I got to sneak him into the club.
I think if you got
True.
Leonardo DiCaprio money, you ain't sneaking nobody in. You just walking in with him.
Okay, you're taking a
Right.
chance.
Mhm.
You're providing alcohol to a minor is not a phrase that should go along when you're almost 50
Right.
and to your partner. It's weird.
Mm,
It's weird.
I don't think so, man. I think if you got the
Of course you
opportunity to
don't.
do it, go
Of
for it.
course you don't, because you think that that's an awesome lifestyle.
Yeah. And I guess that's the difference between us. You old and set in family ways, and you think that that's disgusting, and here I am living my best life and think that that's all right. And there's nothing wrong with either one of those. It's your life. You can live it however you want.
Of course.
Mhm.
Of
Mhm.
course. But 1 year removed from
Mhm.
being illegal
Mhm.
makes it super creepy.
She's 19. She's 19.
18,
Okay.
right?
18's legal.
If you date somebody under 18,
Mhm.
is it illegal?
Yeah, under 18, yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but these
so you're
ladies
one.
are, none of them are underage. That's the thing.
It's just
He's pushing that boundary, that line.
Yeah, I get that makes it legal. It makes it not less creepy.
Okay.
Right? It doesn't make it less creepy.
Yeah, maybe so. Maybe to you. Definitely to you.
I think a lot of
Definitely to you.
people.
Maybe.
I think a lot of people. I think there are guys who are single
Mhm.
and look at that as like, man, that's the coveted thing.
Mhm.
Remember Anna Nicole Smith and that old guy?
Oh, yeah.
Everybody thought that was creepy. This is the exact same, just in reverse
Mhm.
and older.
Mhm.
Texter says, my friend's 38, dating a 19-year-old. So what is the appropriate age gap?
I think 10 to 15 years is about it.
I mean, I'll even give you 20 years, but
Okay.
not at 19. Not at 19.
She's only been driving.
Right.
3 years.
exactly.
That's weird.
Mhm.
That's weird. She's only been allowed to get into rated R movies for a year.
Mhm.
Yeah, isn't it great?
Mhm.
No, that's weird. That's like standing at the playground waiting for them.
She probably hasn't even seen What's Eating Gilbert Grape.
She hasn't
know?
seen Titanic, Lindsay.
Right. Yeah, she hasn't even seen Titanic.
No, you both are wrong. You know they're sitting in Leo's mansion, and he's like, "Hey, look, let's watch this movie I was in. Let's watch this movie I was in. Pat me on my back. Look at how awesome I am."
I saw
By the way, would you like another drink?
a great meme, and it was Dane Cook. Meet my 23-year-old girlfriend, Leonardo DiCaprio. Hold my beer,
Yeah.
Leonardo
Yes.
girlfriend. I can't.
Right.
Yeah.
It's It's a little weird.
It
has the aura of Predator.
Okay.
It does.
I don't think so.
And what does she have to do to keep him interested in her? And what does he have to do to keep her around?
Not age.
Money's keeping her around, and he's probably got a great personality. He's probably fun to be with, right? So that keeps him around. That keeps him around for her. What's she got to do to keep him around? We can't talk about that on air radio, but
she can't turn 25 is what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Because there's that whole thing about he doesn't like any woman over the age of 25. By the way, he's a part of this. It's not an official thing, but there's this clique of actors that came up together, and it's him and Tobey Maguire and what's his name from Entourage, the redheaded who was the friend who was the agent from Entourage, and a couple other. I think Jonah Hill might be in that, and they came up together through as young actors, and they're like a clique. They're like a group, and they hang out together. They're tight, and they have a certain belief of how to behave.
That'd be Jeremy Piven?
No,
from Entourage.
Jeremy Piven was the agent. You are right, but the redhead who was the manager, his friend.
Okay.
Eric, whatever.
Eric, yes.
Was the character's name. I can't tell you what his actual real name was, but...
Yeah, he was the drag. He always was the business side of everything.
Oh, right. But not the worst out of that group of people. Like, so far as, like, just that cast, I'd have to
You mean of terms of acting?
Yeah. Yeah, he wasn't the worst.
No, he's a fine actor.
He's decent. He's decent. I want to say the guy that played Turtle was probably the worst.
Dude, I think he went on to do the most stuff besides the lead on that show.
Right.
Whatever his name is. Adrian,
yeah.
something.
Mm-hmm.
By the way, we're all over the place.
There we are.
All right. We're going to play Cupid for Valentine's Day. We're going to see what Lindsay wants to talk about. And we got our top 5 songs. Top 5 songs from currently touring bands with no original members from listeners. Same name, yet not the same. Take a break and we'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show is coming right back. The Big Mad Morning.
Go find somebody and ask them if they got a big schlonger. And if the answer's yes, then okay, well, you're going to have to figure it out for yourself. But then there you got your answer. But I don't know. I have never searched for a guy with a huge schlong. I have no desire to search for a guy with a huge schlong. Now I'm out. I have no advice for you.
If you asked me where to find information on molecular science, I wouldn't be able to help you. Nor am I a resource for this. I'm just making an assumption. You might be focusing on the wrong thing.
Eyes up here, lady.
Yeah.
Right? If your objective is just to get that, go to the bar and ask guys.
Absolutely.
They will gladly tell you. And be ready to call them out on it. Because every guy is going to say they're a horse. That the Jolly Green Giant ain't got nothing on them.
When I had first pierced mine way back when I was in high school, you're proud of it. And I was talking to this gal, Amber, I think is what her name was. And I was telling her about it. Oh, yeah, penis is pierced, did it myself, blah, blah, blah. Now, let's see it. Okay. So I had no choice but to present myself to her. Oh, it just goes to prove his point. You're going to have to be prepared for them to, whip it out.
Yeah. You're going to have to be very assertive. Did you end up sleeping with her?
No, I didn't.
Interesting.
Why you say that?
I asked for the dessert tray. I'm getting dessert.
Not if it's ugly.
I don't know anything about that.
I call this day spa or dispensary. Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50 chance. There's no point in, hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Okay.
Like a little nug, maybe. Right?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
God knows you
Trip to a
have
day
plenty.
spa?
Right. So, day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphoria. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphoria is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or the dispensary? Corbin.
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
and
couldn't
could be
hear. I didn't
confused.
hear you
Yeah.
because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
You are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a
Making
dispensary called Lotus.
massages.
There's one called Lotus Gold, not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
No, somatic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo, Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa.
Oh,
So
bummer.
far, it's 4-2. Corbin's lead. Hand and Stone, day spa
Lindsay.
or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
I've been there.
It's a 50-50 guess.
Right, of course. All right, Rosebuds, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm going to go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Rosebuds is a dispensary, tied up 4-4. Jade Wellness Center, day spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a wellness, or that is a day spa.
Corbin. Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary. Still tied 4-4. Deluxe, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. Deluxe is a dispensary. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the
Yeah,
information that
who
was
cares if it's
given.
accurate?
All right, Nature's Kiss, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 5-4. Aqua Viva Oasis, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. All right, so we're tied up 5-5. Fig Medical, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweets,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical marijuana.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
All right. Whew. All right. Remember, this is for a big prize at the end of the
Sure.
at the end of the game here.
Sure.
You are going to love the prize that I have
Leftovers.
chosen.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right. Right.
Bong
And not
water.
the one you smoke.
It's the crumbs.
Laura Apothecary, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa.
Hmm.
Lucky Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That's a dispensary.
Lucky Garden, Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, day spa or
Oh,
dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8-5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage Day
Corbin.
Spa Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on an ounce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch Tulsa Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct.
What's the score?
6-8, Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, the Merry Mind Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay. The Merry Mind is a dispensary. All right, the Relax.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. A lot of people watch NCIS because apparently Fez is on that. To which I reply, who isn't or hasn't been on that show? That's the modern day Law and Order. Let's go ahead and do news quickies. These are stories you may have missed in the news. We cover them here and put a link on our Facebook page, facebook.com/BMMS69.
It's time for News Quickies, world news, local news, and news that just makes you say, what the Now here's Corbin, Gimpy, and Lindsay with what's going on. News Quickies from the Big Man Morning Show at 97.5 KMOD.
Man arrested on drug charge, found with more concealed in his butt crack. This happened in Okaloosa County, Florida. Officials there with the sheriff's office said a Crestview man is in custody after being found with more than 1 kilogram of methamphetamine. Timothy Holt is the man's name. He's 49 years old. Arrested after deputies executed a search warrant at a home on Wingard Street. Before the search warrant was executed, deputies said they saw him pick up a package from the front porch of a home. The Okaloosa County Sheriff's Office Multi-Agency Drug Task Force found that Holt had over 1 kilogram of crystal methamphetamine. Deputies said that when they told Holt he would be arrested, he then said he had 3.5 grams of heroin concealed within the crack of his buttocks. Yes. So he was then charged with trafficking methamphetamine. So apparently he was just saving that for later and maybe didn't want to have to go through the strip search when he got to the sheriff's office.
Well, the thing about it is you think they're not going to check. So you
Right.
think this is going to be a good spot. Surely they'll never check my ass crack. But in fact, they check your ass crack.
Mm.
Yeah.
Sometimes they do it on scene, like when you get pulled over wherever you're at.
The thing that's fascinating about this is that is a bridge too far. And yet it shows the power of whatever grip is on you,
Mhm.
whether it be drugs or debt or whatever,
Right.
Mhm.
that you're willing to shove a ridiculous amount of anything
Yeah.
up your keister. The only equivalent to that,
Mhm.
right, is either desperation or sexual pleasure.
Yeah.
How much was it again, Lindsay? It was like 3.5 grams.
3.5 grams.
That's not that much.
Did you see the pictures?
I didn't see the picture.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
It's a lot.
That's not really, literally, as a guy who has held
I-
3.5 grams of meth in his hand,
yeah.
that is not a lot.
I believe you.
A guy
Again-
who's done 3.5 grams of meth in a weekend, that is not a lot.
Dude, I believe you.
But to
I'm
the
just
guy
saying I
who
looked at
doesn't
the
mess
picture.
with it, yeah.
I'm just saying I looked at the picture. Any amount in my ass is too much.
There you go.
So when
That's
you're
the
arguing
one.
that it's not much, kind of puts me on my heels.
I think if you're
Yes,
putting
dance.
at least like a half ounce in your ass, then all right, and then that's a little too much, but whatever.
Putting anything, no, that is a one-way road.
Uh-huh.
Fair enough.
Yes,
Never mind.
defend it. Go.
Well, I was
Yeah,
just
exactly.
thinking about last week. We talked about how Americans buy the most butt plugs than anybody in the world. So I'm like, Apparently, there's a market for it. So, I'm just saying.
Again, sexual pleasure, desperation.
I got another meth story for you. A college professor goes Breaking Bad. There's this college professor out of Purdue's School of Aeronautics and Astronautics in Indiana. He's 65 years old. His name is Sergey Meshuret. Wow. Everything was going fine for old Sergey until he started being creepy on some women and making some unlawful advances towards them. So they went to the cops, told them what was going on. The cops take their stories down. They start doing some investigating. They got a plainclothes cop out there, and come to find out through the plainclothes cop that old Sergey's dealing with the dope. He's making methamphetamines and selling it on the streets. Anyhow, they ended up finally busting the guy. Beginning of this month, as a matter of fact. Got him for possession of meth, dealing meth, and making an unlawful proposition. Of course, since then, he has been fired from Purdue, and the school says that he is banned from campus and can never come back.
I don't understand how I think people missed the message on Breaking Bad, and this kind of reinforces this theory for me, is that I think people are oblivious to how meth touches just regular people.
What do you mean by that?
It's in their lives.
Yeah.
Here's just a guy, didn't say he used, just said he made and sold.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been at Purdue for damn near 10 years.
Yeah,
esteemed colleague.
Award-winning.
Yes. And walking amongst us, you think this is something that happens in the rundown house in North Tulsa.
Absolutely.
When it's happening in the, 3,000 square foot home next door to you in your cul-de-sac.
Absolutely it is. Absolutely. Whether they're using or whether they're manufacturing or whatever. People get that little bite and they're like, ooh, I've got more energy than I've had in 15 years.
I live in a very nice neighborhood, and they gave it was the dream home, the Make-A-Wish dream home they do.
Yeah.
So that house got given away. Typically when that house gets given away, they do they use that person that wins it sometimes just sells it right away.
Yeah.
Or they sell it to a family friend or whatever. And so the people that bought it were apparently involved in drug activity to the point where police were casing the house.
Oh.
Not like multiple types of casings, unbeknownst to anyone. Raid the home.
Damn.
Yeah.
Whoa.
This home built to help children dying.
Right. Please open up. Please open up.
Wow.
Yeah.
SWAT team, all that. Right? Raid the home. Arrest all the people. Happening. And again, I live in a very nice area. Should be a giant shock to everybody. And everybody's like, well, that's the exception. Bitch, that ain't the exception.
Right.
That's just the one you know about.
Right.
So my point being, Breaking Bad should have been a wake-up call to people that it happens everywhere. It's not in the rundown areas in your community.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's literally right under your nose.
It's right under your nose. Exactly.
Unintended.
Yeah. 2-year-old gets head stuck in cake pan.
Oh, no.
Ow.
A toddler is okay after getting her head stuck in a cake pan. Firefighters in Pennsylvania responded to the home of Erin, I like to bake, Maxwell, after her 2-year-old Quinley got her head stuck in an angel food cake pan with the middle section removed. So for those who don't know, an angel food, it's the pan comes out, the middle part, the insert comes out, and it looks like a bucket with no bottom. Okay.
Fair enough.
And that insert is what creates that middle hole area. Anyway, firefighters were able to remove the pan with the help of tin snaps. The mom said her daughter was a trooper through the entire ordeal and wasn't injured. She went on to say that this kind of accident seems to run in the family after getting her own leg stuck in a plastic chair as a child. I know a lot of kids that got stuck in something.
Yeah.
Right.
Maybe not needed the fire department. I got my head stuck in a bed frame. It was one of those bed frames that has the metal rods.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And we were on the bed, whatever, and stuck our head through. And then my brother got off the bed. And then the mattress came up.
Oh, no.
And I was stuck underneath there. And it took a minute to figure out, like, no, push the mattress down. And you get back out. But I could say I was stuck.
Yeah.
Years only been one way. So basically what she's saying is this family is a family of dumbasses that get their things stuck in things.
I mean, I guess it's a very Neanderthal way to look at it, sure.
Mhm.
Or also they're exploratory and you learn by mistake.
Sure. Dumbass.
All these stories are on our Facebook page at facebook.com/BMMS69.
The Big Mad Morning Show. Return.
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk, and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend.
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
You
took the
came
call
back.
took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. And the 9th time was finally the draw.
For him I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it
stupidity.
wasn't. No, it wasn't, though.
No. Yeah, it was not my fault, but I mean, I kept going back,
No, it's your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity, trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope. You were hoping.
Mhm.
You were hoping he'd
Well,
love
yeah.
you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right, see you later.
These texts are
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, you know, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and says she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, I mean, you're
I
not
mean, let's
really
be real
cheating
as
at
a
that
man.
point, are you, Scott? You're not.
Well,
Mhm.
you know, until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk up to her
let's
with a
be real.
pineapple in hand.
Right on, man.
Upside down it, baby.
All right, Scott, have a great day, friend.
You too,
All
guys.
right, see you later.
Got a great idea to fix the situation.
I hear that, like, if she cheats, I'm going out right and cheating, and cheating right away. It's going to be like the movie Hall Pass. I'm going to Applebee's and having wings and going to bed at 9. Like,
Yeah.
Right, because that's our routine now.
No,
That's where we're at.
no, I don't have the game. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm turning down women every time I go out the door.
You go to the bar, you wait till about, 1:45-ish.
Oh,
You find the biggest woman with the least amount of teeth in her face, and you say, you're coming with me.
I got to be honest. If I'm cheating as revenge, it ain't just going to be on crumbs. Listener email, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years
Homeless
because
people eat out of garbage cans,
I
Corbin.
made a
You
stupid
better
mistake
get users.
and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, and slept with some woman. Almost immediately, the guilt took over me. She's told me it's over. But I have to try. What can I do to get her or to give our marriage a second chance? Lindsay.
Okay, so he already did the most awful thing he could have done, and that was cheat. But he was honest. So he's got that going for him at least. And if he wants to work things out, he's going to have to take the blame and take whatever is coming to him. If she is pissed, let her be pissed and just take it. Take the anger and just wait it out and see what she wants to do. The ball is absolutely 100% in her court. So whatever she wants, she gets at this point. If you want to stay in this marriage, if she wants to go through therapy, then you guys are going to go to counseling together. If she wants just you to go to counseling, then you're going to have to go to counseling because the ball is absolutely 100% in her court.
Gimpy.
Yeah, man, there's really nothing you can do. Honestly, just sit back and take your lumps as they are. All right. If she wants it to work, she'll figure it out. She's gonna be mad AF for a long time, and you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with being boring. There's not gonna be any time going out with the boys or going out doing whatevs, And if you can't handle that, then you need to walk away. You need to realize, well, I effed this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and take my ball and I'm going to go home and then I'll come back and play the game another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's nothing really you can do. Just let time pass it on by. That's it.
I'm sorry. I have no gimmick for you that will work. You tell her you want it to work. You made a giant mistake and you're willing to work through it. She doesn't hear that. You got your answer. It's pretty black and white, man.
Yeah.
You have to eat your S sandwich. And when you go on and date in the future and be asked what happened with your marriage, you got to be honest. You est the bed royally. And so either you tell her what you want and hope she appeases you, but why beg someone to be with you? The Huffington Post has a list of the rudest things to avoid when you're visiting someone's home, like things you shouldn't do, right?
Okay.
Touching or moving things.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so like I'm guilty of this though. Like if a picture
I'm shocked.
If a picture is crooked hanging on the wall, I'll straighten it.
Why?
No.
Why? It's not yours.
Exactly.
Nope.
Because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm gonna fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in, like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh, yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I love snooping around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. Right. Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right.
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah.
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
Couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah.
And start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is, too. Like you always know, I think, depending on which friend it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet.
Yeah, you don't
to look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give the vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying it gives a vibe.
Why? What
Because
gives
you're
you that
nosy.
vibe?
You're very nosy.
What makes me nosy?
Well, you'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening going, wait, what are we talking about?
Oh.
Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip?
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm
What
talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything, for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right.
everything.
Or don't
Yeah.
like.
Exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't imagine you'd be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the bowl? Yeah. Some people do that. Some people think that because they feed their dogs table scraps or popcorn or whatever, that they can do that with your dog.
That's good that your dog's stomach has adapted to that. But now you're going to make your friend's dog crap all over their house because it's not used to that.
Showing up empty-handed.
I don't think that's that bad. I mean, do I have to bring potato salad every time I come over?
No.
Exactly.
No, I always take something.
Yeah, I always take a bottle of wine.
Okay.
Always.
All right. I usually got my medicine on me, so that just works out perfectly.
Yeah, but that's not extra, right? Like you said, it's like offering him a cigarette.
Right. I don't have to share with you, though. That's the thing. I don't have to.
Yes, but you're not going out of your way is the point, right?
Listen, I'm the guy that goes to Walmart and gets the cookies for the potluck that we're having here at work, okay? You expect more from me?
Yeah, I think if you go to someone's house and they're making, like, let's just say dinner still, you got to take something.
Yeah.
I did. I brought
even
my
a
appetite.
Dessert or wine, whatever.
Yeah.
Something.
It's just manners, Gimpy, right?
Right. Yeah, sure.
No.
Listen, y'all invited me over. Okay, cool. I'll come over.
Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. Let's see what Lindsay has for Balls to the Wall Sports. Balls to the wall, man. Balls to the wall.
He did it. LeBron James has broken the NBA's all-time scoring record, passing NBA Hall of Famer Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. The Lakers superstar forward surpassed Jabbar's record in the third quarter of last night's game against Oklahoma City Thunder. Abdul-Jabbar, who retired in '89, was in attendance for the historic game, along with James's family and friends. The 38-year-old is in his 20th NBA season and has scored over 38,000 points in his career. The four-time NBA MVP made his professional debut in 2003 with the Cleveland Cavaliers.
You know who's not number one?
Who?
Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan. Go look at the career stats for Michael Jordan compared to other NBA players. Points is the only one he's in.
Mm-hmm.
That's even in the running.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in fifth.
Yeah.
I'm
How
just
many
saying
rings does he have? How many?
So rings is
many?
what makes you the best of all time?
I mean, it's one of the reasons why.
Okay.
Kevin Durant is looking for some answers regarding the direction of the Nets franchise. In the aftermath of the Kyrie Irving trade, Durant has been engaged in conversations with the owner, Joe Tsai, and general manager, Sean Marks, on the direction of the franchise and its ability to be a championship contender. According to ESPN, Brooklyn has insisted to Durant and inquiring teams that the organization has no intention of moving him prior to Thursday afternoon's trade deadline. Kevin Durant has 3 years and $153 million left on his contract after this season. Kyrie Irving is voicing his concerns about his time spent in Brooklyn. The Dallas Mavericks new guard said Tuesday that he felt very disrespected at times during his tenure with the Nets.
Small penis,
yeah. Irving said that he wants to be somewhere that he's celebrated and not just tolerated.
I want to be appreciated.
Irving is expected to make his debut with Dallas today in LA against the Clippers.
I mean, they put up with a lot with him.
Yeah, they did. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had to cover for things that he said and make good. And,
Mm-hmm. They didn't cut him.
No, they just traded him.
He wanted. He asked to be traded.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't trade him. He asked to be
got
traded.
What he wanted.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So why are you bitching?
So they gave him what he wanted.
That's still not good enough.
Exactly. And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light beer. Great taste, 96 calories.
Yeah. So that would be, I'm judging food. What do you judge? What's your judge when you go to someone's house? If it's
Cleanliness.
Cleanliness?
Mm-hmm.
Probably, yeah. Especially if you're having a dinner party.
Yeah, I might do that too.
Uh-huh.
Gimpy?
Definitely cleanliness. Now, it doesn't have to be sparkling like you walk in and everything's ting, 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 no. But if you're inviting people over, dinner party, or just to hang out and have a smoke sesh, you might want to just kind of pick up the bulk of
Smoke
things
sesh.
first.
You're so
right?
bougie.
Yeah.
You're going over get high and you're like, man, the house was so dirty.
Yeah.
So dirty.
Well, yeah, if you gotta, you can't put your soda down or your water down on the table because it's littered with empty cans. And then,
Right.
yeah, that's what
Right.
I'm talking about, man.
Yeah.
Go get a damn trash bag.
But if-
Clear off the tables and we'll be fine.
Yes.
I'm not saying you have to run the vacuum.
Right.
All right. Just don't make people come in and be like, oh God. God. And furthermore, Susan, if it smells a little bit, just spray something. Just spray something in the air. You don't want to walk into somebody's house and get hit with a brick wall of stank. No.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you got to be careful too. Don't go crazy. Right? If you're unloading half a can of Lysol,
right. You're
obviously
covering up a
something
smell.
Yeah.
Right?
Which will refill itself in a
In
little
due
bit.
time.
Yes.
It's not permanent.
It smells like wildflowers and ass
Yeah. Is it Febreze?
Mhm.
and mold.
Febreze is literally advertised to cover up stink,
Absolutely.
Yeah.
which means you have a problem if there's stink in the
Yeah.
house. What about a toilet bowl that's got a pink ring in it?
I'm not judging that.
Gross.
It's pink mold.
Yeah.
It's mold
Gross.
Yeah.
in the toilet bowl.
Yeah. That's okay.
Ugh.
Now, I mean, there's a difference between is there sitting urine or like, Mr. Hanky, is he taking
Skid
a little
marks.
swim right there?
There's some rubbing is racing.
Ugh.
Right. Like,
Gross.
previous person was a freckler. I get what you're talking about. Yeah. Dude, that happens, bro. That happens in everybody's house. I'm hoping that you would, at least go in there and take that little brush and whirl around a little
Yeah,
bit.
but you didn't.
You didn't exactly. But I mean, it is what it is. Everybody poops. Everybody has that, whatever you may need a knife for. It's okay.
Bidet, dude. Bidet. Bidet.
Right. I get it. That cleans the skid marks off of your end, but I mean, this is down on the porcelain. I don't think it works like that.
Eat some fiber. What's the strangest type of bird that you'd be willing to eat, such as a shoebill stork?
Hmm.
You know what a shoebill stork is, Lindsay?
No.
Look it
I
up.
mean,
Look up shoebill stork. Shoebill stork. It will, if I remember correctly, this is a very bizarre looking bird. It almost looks human-like.
Giant honking
It
schnoz.
is terrifying.
Yeah.
It will haunt you in your nightmares. If I remember right, it makes a horrendous sound.
Yeah.
A very loud noise. It's not like a beautiful
Yeah,
chirping
yeah.
or anything. It's a very loud noise.
mm-hmm.
The shoebill stork. You see it?
Yeah.
Okay, so what is your pick?
Probably a. What's the one? What are the We call him. My husband calls it a Harry Truman, and that's not what its real name. We see,
Dropping bombs?
huh?
Is it just dropping bombs everywhere it
No,
flies?
it's the. Now I can't even think of the real name of it. You see them all a blue herring. Is that what it is?
Blue herring.
Isn't that a fish?
See them all the time on the.
So it's the ones you see in the ponds, and they got the long
Yes,
legs and stuff
yes.
like that. Yeah.
Hurrah.
The heron, yes,
Great blue heron.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity,
Gimpy?
Can I say big?
huh?
Big?
Bird.
Big bird. Okay.
Oh,
If we're going like a legit bird,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the flamingo.
Yeah. That's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to see if it tastes like shrimp.
Yeah. Flamingo or
That's
roadrunner.
true.
One of the two.
Yeah. Why not? That sounds fun. Penguin. I'm down for some penguin.
Oh, yeah. Some fricasseed penguin.
Yeah. You don't have to worry about it getting, it's cold. It's right there on the ice.
Right.
Who doesn't? Some good penguin. Yum. Y'all had a show some time ago about well-endowed men who have trouble with the dating scene because of their genetic disposition. Unfortunately, I didn't get a chance to catch the whole show. Well, I'm not sure how to ask this, but are any of them still single? I'm 5'2", 120 pounds, pleasant on the eyes, and very capable of intelligent conversations. What are my choices?
What is going on here? Are they trying to get us to hook them up with the big dong man or
I
what?
don't know. I don't know if it's a man or a woman.
Okay.
Right?
Is this person trying to get us to hook them up with somebody with a huge schlong? Yeah.
It's conversations like this that create an illusion
Mhm.
that every woman wants a gigantic dong. Vaginas are all different.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Some, that's terrifying.
Right.
Some, that sounds exciting.
Right. Some, that's not even big enough.
Yeah. I have never thought if there is a website for women to go to find men that are well endowed. Now that we've said it aloud, I'm sure there's one.
Well, there has to be. They've got one for farmers and Christian singles. And why can't they have one? It's
Spoiler, those are all the same databases.
What?
Yeah.
Big dong dating.
And I'm sure there's one for this, but do like guys who like bolt-ons
Right.
breasts, is there a website for fake boobs, like only dating girls with fake breasts?
I feel like there probably is, but also I feel like that might be something in a profile, like on a dating app, like a question, like, do you prefer real or fake boobs? Or, you know what I mean?
I would know. I've never filled any one of those
either.
out, but that doesn't, you fill that out on a dating app. I don't take a lot of credibility with that.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're on a site as looking for a partner and the website is fakeboobsforyou.com, then you better have big old bolt-ons, right? Same way for girls looking for guys with well-endowed junk.
Yeah.
If that's on, like, every guy's going to put that in his profile.
Right.
But if you're on a website of Tubuku, good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show, 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. What do you have, Lindsay?
Corbin, our 50th anniversary concert coming up. Do not miss out on your opportunity to go. Head on over to KMOD.com and get your tickets from Budweiser and 97.5 KMOD, Shinedown, and 3 Days Grace. Don't miss out.
Gimpy?
We've got our top 5 songs coming up. Top 5 songs from currently touring bands with no original members, from listeners same yet not the same.
Lindsay, 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 Lindsey, Lindsay, 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 Lindsay.
How dare you finish before me?
On Sunday, National Geographic aired a special called Titanic, 25 years later. Titanic, the movie, is turning 25 years old. And if you didn't like James Cameron's film, I think it's safe to say that there is one thing that everyone can agree on that left everyone talking, and that is whether or not Leo's character, played Leonardo DiCaprio's character, Jack, needed to die in the end of the movie.
Needed to?
Yeah, whether or not he needed to die.
I think we all agree that it didn't need to. There's plenty of room on that goddamn door.
There you go.
Oh, the door question. Got it.
Yes, that was the biggest debate after that film. Kate Winslet's character, Rose, is seen floating on that piece of door. And everyone said, yeah, move over, bitch. He needs to be up on that thing.
Bitch, get up.
Exactly. So in this special, they actually tested the theory. And before I get to the outcome and put an end to that debate, I thought it might be fun to take a look at some other good movie debates that fans have gotten their panties in a bunch about.
I was hoping you'd have a door in a pool we could try to see if that's going to work for us.
The number one debate that I found online that people were arguing over and over and over, and I've actually been in this debate myself.
For movies, yeah.
About Batman and who did it better, Michael Keaton versus Christian Bale. Gimpy, I know you've seen both.
Yeah, I've seen all of them. I like George Clooney's version a lot better.
I'm
No,
more of
you
a Ben
don't.
Affleck
Yeah,
guy.
right.
Yeah, right.
Which one was the one with nipples? Batman's
Clooney.
nipples, Clooney.
Clooney.
Yeah. Why do you need nipples on that damn suit? Honestly, if you want a good, honest opinion, Christian Bale did a hell of a lot better job. I feel Michael Keaton is the OG. He's what introduced us all to that movie franchise, Batman or whatever. I mean, we grew up with the Batman TV shows and Adam West and that Burt dude that played Robin or whatever. But when it comes down to it, yeah, he's the OG. So we look at him as the best. But if you're putting acting side by side, who done it better? Christian Bale nailed it, man. And maybe it was just because it was a darker Batman as opposed to what we know from Keaton.
Okay.
I've never been in this argument, so this is fun.
Really?
What are we quantifying it on?
I mean, I guess it's personal preference.
Yeah, it's
If
like
you
the LeBron and Jordan debate, right?
Like you.
It is a one came out as the beginning one, right?
Mhm.
To introduce us. The other one was the modern one.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
So
I think in a way, though, they're both a little bit modern. They're both different from West's Batman. Obviously, I think Christian Bale. If you look at Adam West and you look at Christian Bale definitely looks more like Adam West's Batman.
I don't know about all that.
Visually, if you look at Adam West and you look at Christian Bale definitely fits. Like if you take Bruce Wayne, for example, Christian Bale fits more of an Adam West's Bruce Wayne than Michael Keaton would.
Okay.
Again, LeBron, Jordan.
Mm-hmm.
These are details that you're going to find 50% of the people on the other side of the fence on.
So I'm definitely more of a Michael Keaton fan of the Batman. I think that
even though you just argued for Christian Bale?
No. I
thought you said Bale looked more like the Adam West.
I did.
Yeah, but she didn't
But
say
I
that
didn't
was
say
her
that he
preferred.
was my preferred pick.
Mm-hmm.
Michael Keaton is definitely my preferred pick. I think that Christian Bale made Batman too dark, almost as if turning Batman into a villain.
See, and I think
he's supposed to
that
be a superhero.
if you're looking, this is a fun little debate. If you're
Mhm.
looking at the grand scheme of Batman, the kid watched his parents get brutally murdered in front of him,
Mhm.
and then was shipped himself off because he's like, "Screw you guys, I'm going to figure this out." Ships himself off to some weird foreign land where he learns all this karate stuff and whatnots, and learns how to kick ass and become the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
That is the Batman's nickname, the Dark Knight.
Yeah.
All right. Not just the Knight. He's the Dark Knight. So there should be a very dark side to him. There should be I am pissed off and mad about it.
Hey, he kills people.
Yeah. And goes and takes care of business, becomes a vigilante.
True.
Not just a playboy who, I got all this money. Well, I figure I might as well do something with it.
Right. He's not Christian Grey.
But you also have to be Bruce Wayne. And I think Michael Keaton did a better job of playing both.
Here's a great text. Keaton did the comic Batman. Bale did the graphic novel Batman. One's a little more serious than the other.
Good point.
Mm-hmm.
So it comes down to basically personal preference.
I think with anything, with that particular
Mhm.
question, anything like that, yeah, it's going to
Yeah.
be personal preference.
And in my personal preference, I think Bale overdid it, especially with his voice.
Mhm.
Yeah. Best Joker in Batman. Personal preference of the best Joker?
I think Gimpy just said it from that text.
Mhm.
It's the same thing.
Mhm.
It's the same argument.
Yeah, and just like this text here, who did the better Joker, Heath Ledger, Jack Nicholson? Yeah, it's the same. It's the same basic thing.
One's the TV show. One is the graphic novel.
Right. And I think, honestly, Jack Nicholson did a great job. He introduced us to the movie side of the Joker, but it was more like the TV series where Heath Ledger brought us to a much darker side of it. And these people have dark sides for a reason.
Yes. And I think that Jack Nicholson nailed it so well because we already knew that Jack Nicholson was kind of a lunatic character. He could play after
His
we've seen him in
personality.
yes, and
Okay.
we've seen him in The Shining, and at
Steel
that
Magnolias,
time-
yeah.
Yes, well, he wasn't in Steel Magnolias. You're thinking of Witches of Eastwick,
No.
or which one?
He's in some, I'm making a bad joke.
Okay. But anyways, he could play that lunatic character. So, and at that time, in 89, there wasn't another actor that could play as good as him.
If he would have played the Jack Nicholson from The Shining,
Mhm.
it would have been a better Joker.
Oh, for sure.
But instead, he played kind of a funny Joker.
Right. Which kind of like the one from the original
From the TV show and the
series.
comic book, right?
Mhm.
Rather than a psychopath,
Mhm.
which is what Heath Ledger played.
Also, though, there was also all those rumors after Heath Ledger died that he couldn't handle that role. And that's what kind of killed him.
Well, I think it was the pills that killed him.
Well, that because of that role. Like he got caught up in it.
Mm.
And
I think that is a story made up to kind of sell him like he was so into it he couldn't break out of that.
And if you want to go down this Joker trail, then what about Joaquin Phoenix?
Yep, and
He's
that's
a
another one.
Way better Joker than even Heath Ledger. I mean, he brought that character to some weird light.
And that in his movie, though, that was more of a standalone that was just based on
Doesn't matter. Character is
the
a character. I think in that case, a character is a character, and it's all the same all the way across the board.
Yeah, and also that movie made it feel like this person walks amongst us,
uh-huh.
where both the movies with Ledger and Nicholson, you knew it was comic book.
It's fantasy, yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair. That's fair to say.
Yeah. And the directors are different too. I mean, like we had the Joker from Jack Nicholson was the same one who directed Edward Scissorhands.
Tim Burton, yes.
Tim Burton.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, that
So it's
probably
gonna
has
be-
something to do with it as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Of course.
it's gonna be
And the
more
writing was
quirky.
different, and maybe the set, there's all these factors, of course.
Mhm,
Mhm.
mhm. All right. Third debate. Is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
I don't like this. I don't like this for your list. And this is why.
Why?
Well, now it's not about the acting or anything like that.
Mhm.
We're getting away from the topic, which was what happened in the movie, right?
Well, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but her topic is great movie debates.
Right.
Not so much as the acting and this and that and the other. It's just these massive debates about the movies or whatever. And some of it's going to be
Yeah.
about acting, and some of it's going to be his Die Hard. Christmas.
Thank you for the clarification.
Mhm.
My personal opinion
Mhm.
is it's not, it kind of is now we're getting out a little bit on the fringe. Where like the topic you brought up initially was the door,
Mhm.
and then we went into the characters, and now we're about, well, what classification movie is
Mhm.
this? It's fine. It's your segment. I'm just
Mhm.
voicing my opinion.
Yeah.
Your opinion sucks.
Don't I know it?
Well, some argue because there's Christmas music in the Die Hard movie. It's
And there's
it was
Christmas trees.
released around
Christmas lights.
Christmas time. Yes. There's so much the Christmas party in the movie Die Hard. Well, in a poll,
Die Hard came out in July.
But it was set during Christmas time. It
right?
doesn't matter when the movie's released. It's what
No,
is the
I'm just
setting.
saying one of the attributes that was given was it came out near Christmas.
Well, we had Christmas in July.
And when Die Hard was released on Disney Plus, they released a poll back in 2021 if it was a Christmas movie, and 47% of people who have seen Die Hard said it is not a Christmas movie. 44% of people insisted that it is a Christmas movie. Bruce Willis got roasted back in 2018 on Comedy Central. Don't know if you saw it or not. He said, Die Hard, I did this roast because I wanted to put a rest to one debate. Die Hard is indeed not a Christmas movie. It is a Bruce Willis movie.
That's hardly an argument for it not to be a Christmas movie.
Right.
It's during a comedy thing, and he's making a joke.
Mhm.
So I don't think that's worth anything.
Yeah. Oh, text. But Bruce Willis is on record saying it's not a Christmas movie, then it's not a Christmas movie. The final debate that I found most interesting was who is Hollywood's greatest Chris? We have Chris Pine, Chris Pratt, Chris Hemsworth, and Chris Evans.
Neither one of them are Hollywood's greatest Chris. Come on.
Yeah, there's only one great Chris.
There's, well, two.
Okay.
Well, who are you
Angel?
gonna-
What?
Oh, no. Oh, no.
I mean, Farley came to mind.
Absolutely. And Rock. Chris Rock and Chris Farley, man. Come on.
Living actors.
Rock?
Chris Rock, yeah.
More so comedian.
Rock?
Yes.
Chris Rock's a
Yes.
comedian?
Yes. He's more so a comedian
Hey, still
rather
an
than
actor. He's been in
We're changing the rules, Lindsay.
thanks to Adam Sandler. He's an actor. It's more so in Adam Sandler movies. Not like Chris Pine, Pratt, Hemsworth, or Evans, best known as leading actors. Chris Rock, very funny, but he's not a leading actor. Chris Evans, worldwide box office as a leading actors, brought in over $1 billion. And he's credited as Captain America.
What is that?
Mm.
So? Like that has some accolade?
As his leading role, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
So that's what he's going to be known as when
exactly.
he dies, and on his tombstone it'd be like, "Here lies," who was it again?
Chris Evans,
And he is
Captain America.
Captain America.
Best known as Captain America.
Yeah.
He was also in Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Mhm.
never really did get down on the Captain America movies, nor the Fantastic Four. I've watched them. It's just kind of more of a, like Thor, stuff like that.
Yep.
Guardians of the Galaxy.
hmm
Mm.
Chris Hemsworth. He's brought in almost $2 billion worldwide as a leading actor.
Now, the better debate is who's sexier, Chris or Liam?
Chris.
I don't know. Wasn't it Liam Hemsworth? He was in that, he was in some like rom-com, it seemed like, and he had this giant schlong or whatever that they always had to point out or whatnot. So I'm like, why are you making this a thing?
Was that the one with Miley?
I forget what it was. Wasn't important. The only thing I pulled out of that movie was that.
Chris Pine.
Mm-hmm.
Best known leading actor worldwide. He's brought in over $2 billion. And he was famous for the Star Trek. And Don't Worry, Darling, This Means War. He's got a director credit. Not as big as the other two Chris's.
I mean, I think you're
But
leaving off
he's brought
Horrible
in more
Bosses.
money. Oh, Horrible Bosses
Yeah.
2.
Doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was bigger than, Don't Worry, Darling.
And then finally, Chris Pratt. He's brought in over $4 billion. Got Jurassic World, Parks and Rec, Tomorrow War, Lego Movie, Guardians of the Galaxy.
I got it mixed up. It was Chris Hemsworth and the Vacation movies with his giant schlong with Christina Applegate and whatnots like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So Chris is the better one.
Yes.
Because of his schlong?
Well, apparently it was just
Perceived schlong?
Yeah.
He's also the one that's giving up acting right now, currently.
Well, then he sucks as a person inside.
So which one is the better? Probably Chris Pratt because he brings in the most money.
If you're basing it off money, sure.
Yeah. And he's ranked number 31 as a leading actor, as opposed to Chris Pine, ranked 115. Hemsworth, 207. Chris Evans, 219.
All I know about Chris Pratt is that he was doing all these funny movies, and then all of a sudden he's in Zero Dark 30 looking ripped AF, and you're like, what?
Right. Who
Mhm.
this?
Mm-hmm.
This text says, I'm not gay, but if I walk into a room and Thor and Captain America are kissing, I'm going to sit and watch.
It's weird.
I can't disagree with this.
Listen, if you feel that way, that's fine. But to get your phone out of your pocket and text it to strangers is very bizarre.
This one says, what about Christopher Reeve? Yeah, the OG. Well, not the OG Superman, but what we know as the OG Superman. Forget about him.
But Christopher Lloyd.
Yeah. Right. Doc Brown.
Yeah, but he's not a Hollywood. He's not a leading
Watch
actor
your
anymore.
mouth.
He's awesome, but he's
Is
not a
he?
leading actor anymore. But out of those four, I would give it to Chris Pratt for sure.
Christopher Walken's too. That's another one we forget. But so many Chris's in Hollywood.
There's a lot.
Mhm. Again, not a leading actor anymore.
What are you
That's
talking about?
Crazy.
Uh-huh.
Lindsay, the segment needs to end.
James, okay, so fine. After an exhaustive experiment going back to the Titanic 25 years later for the National Geographic special, they found two actors about the same size and weight as Kate Winslet and Leonardo DiCaprio. They put them on a raft, same size and buoyancy as the piece of debris from the film. They had them in cold water, kept an eye on their vitals to prevent hypothermia. They made them go through everything that Jack and Rose went through before ending up on the raft.
They sunk a giant ship
Yeah.
and made them fear for their lives.
Right.
And
We
be
got-
hunted by the husband of the woman. They banged.
They included tussling with another passenger for Rose's life vest, their frantic flight off the boat, and having to swim to safety. The actors
Did they watch people die
No.
Did they watch people fall?
and hit the propeller?
Oh,
The
my
actors-
God.
The actors put most of their bodies on top of the raft with only their lower legs below the water, and they were in a position that allowed them to share body heat. This way, they might have been able to survive a few hours, which would have been long enough to be rescued. So James Cameron said his final verdict, quote, was, Jack might have lived.
Might.
Yes. But he said, based on what I know now, I would have made the raft smaller. So there would have been no doubt and no debate.
So did they make it accurate or not
In the movie,
in the recreation?
yeah, he would have lived. He would
He
have.
might.
Yes,
He
he
had
would
the
have.
same
He would have
chances as
lived.
everybody else.
Yeah.
You know, could have died of hypothermia with half of his body hanging in the water.
But he was doing a romantic gesture,
Yes. Take this.
letting her. Why are you pressing your lips
Yeah.
together annoyed? You love
Because
stuff
it
like
was-
that.
No,
You don't love romantic
I
gestures?
do, but I was just as pissed as everyone else. She should have moved over.
Because she was a cheating whore. I mean, you were rooting for him, even though he was a criminal and a thug.
Yes. But in conclusion, Rose should have moved her ass over for Jack. And also, there are two types of people who watch this movie, Titanic. Those who actually get invested in the romance, and those who can't wait until that guy hits the propeller.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Lindsay, 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 Lindsey, Lindsay. 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 Lindsey.
Were there young kids there, underage?
I don't know.
Don't know,
It
was it?
never
'Cause that's
said
what
that.
Girls Gone Wild was most of the time.
That is true. That is true. And even having oral with two officers at the Laverne, Tennessee police station
At the same time?
at the same time.
Get it, girl.
The steamy shenanigans in which Hall allegedly bragged about the size of one partner's genitals and
How is
claimed
that worthy of the story?
she claimed to be in an open marriage. She not only led Hall to be canned, but led to the firings of two sergeants, one officer, and a detective, according to a December internal investigation. Two other officers who allegedly had romps with Hall, they kept their jobs but wound up being suspended. The extracurricular activities took place at hotels and parties at other officers' houses and on a boat, while she was also
On a
accused of performing oral sex on two officers while on duty at the police station and police gym. Officials began to look into the swinging personal lives of the officers when the mayor himself received a tip that she was sleeping with several fellow cops
Mayor didn't get the tip.
and had a threesome with an officer and his wife, among other claims. They were dismissed for violating police procedure and lying during the investigation. who had been witnessed choking an HR employee.
She's a whore.
God.
Yeah, I know, right?
What? That's
I mean,
whore.
if she wants to be promiscuous, so
Mhm.
what? I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're on the job,
Exactly.
that's obviously completely reckless. And multiple people you work with, also extremely reckless.
Yeah.
It creates a system of resentment, right? People like don't like it or whatever. You create problems that way.
Only
Don't-
the other female officers that aren't getting railed by the
and
other dude officers.
no. Guys get way jealous, dude. So
Why,
if you're
because they're
like,
not getting any,
no, maybe, or ones that are like, no, she was with me. Like, yeah, it
That's
is
my
not
girl.
healthy.
That
Did
is
you know that your mother is a whore?
Yeah.
right. The HR director who authored the report and conducted the investigation sanctioned the 8 officers for various penalties for sexual activity while on duty, sexual harassment, conduct unbecoming of an officer, and lying during the course of the investigation. It was further revealed that Hall and many of the male officers had shared lewd text messages and pornographic images of themselves.
Good tasting tuna.
Boy, this is good tasting tuna.
Or like, hey, we're a small town. There's no crime going on.
What up, house?
Listen to this. It says at one point during one of the parties, she was already intoxicated and was reportedly being force-fed vodka by one of the other officers.
Yeah, they're like, get Janice drunk, she'll put out.
Yeah, you can't do that though. That's bad look, man. That's kind of weird.
Mhm.
Like, hey, you heard if you get Hall drunk, man, she'll go sexually crazy.
Exactly.
That's predator type stuff,
Right.
dude.
Have another drink, Janice. I don't even know if that's her real name, but whatever.
Arresting their
Man arrested for the 70th
D-Day always
time.
comes. And for this
Right.
story, we're talking about Discovery.
Right.
Mhm. D-Day came many times for her. Man arrested for the 70th time. This comes out of Ohio, where there's this dude. He's 62 years old. He goes into his local Walmart. He has a suitcase with him. He takes a shopping cart and a suitcase, goes to the meat department, and just stacks piles of meat in his shopping cart and walks straight out the door with it. I guess Walmart, at least this particular Walmart, has some newfangled shopping carts where you get past the security gate and they automatically lock up the wheels on you. I thought that was pretty interesting.
Huh.
Never heard of that before.
How do they keep that technology working? The carts
Yeah.
barely don't have a wanky wheel.
I don't know, but apparently that's what happened. Is the guy pushes his meat straight out of the past the security gate, and he's outside, and his wheels lock up. So what's he do? He just takes and puts as much of his meat as he can in his suitcase, and then just throws the rest in the dumpster. Well, of course, now the police have been called. The police find him at a bus stop across the street.
Right, because buses are never on time.
Absolutely. So they go over there. They bust the man at the bus stop, and he tells them that he steals the meat and then sells them the restaurants for half price. But he didn't name the restaurants he sold them to because he ain't no snitch. Anyhow, they ended up arresting him.
Criminal, yeah,
but
but
he
snitch.
ain't no
oof,
snitch.
Everybody's got a line.
All right. So they arrested him, took him to jail, and apparently this is his 70th time being arrested.
Hello, Guinness.
Mm.
Is there a place in your record book for this?
Should there be a punishment after your 50th arrest? Like, hey, the punishment is you've been arrested too much.
I thought there was something different for after your 3rd.
Depending on the intensity of the crime.
Right. Like 3 strikes, you're out.
On violent crimes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's like rape and murder, not,
Yeah.
meat stealing from the
Right.
Walmart.
Theft,
Mhm.
larceny, right? Larcenies, jaywalking,
Right. Littering.
littering, trespassing, all those wouldn't count.
I think that they should keep him locked up for some time because this is his 70th time being arrested. So instead of letting him bond out, why don't you keep him in for, I don't know, 6 months to a year?
I
It's
bet he's
not-
done prison time.
He probably has, because the guy that's been that just brazenly goes into the Walmart, steals the meat, and then walks out with it. He doesn't give a damn.
Like
doesn't
he
give
went in
damn at
with
all.
a suitcase.
Yeah, he knew
Yeah.
exactly what he was doing. And if this is his 70th time for the same offense, good Lord.
Best had a kick-ass bonfire and cookout. Yeah. Yeah.
Hooray!
Worse, got bit by a snake yesterday. I'm on my legs all effed up.
Yeah, that sucks.
I mean, if you got bit by a snake,
Damn it.
do you need to go have it, was it poisonous?
Nah,
Yeah.
man. You have somebody suck it out.
I thought you pee on it.
Isn't it? No, that's
No.
jellyfish.
Oh,
Jellyfish.
you don't want me on site.
He's been bit by a snake. Hurry up. Pee on his leg. What are you doing?
Why are you laughing, Corbin? This is serious. Is it?
Stepped on a jellyfish. Hurry up. Suck his feet.
I mean, if your leg's all messed up,
Yeah.
don't you need to go to the doctor?
You would imagine.
Even if it wasn't poison and just like slashed your leg up, wouldn't you need stitches?
I don't know. I mean, they're just fangs. They're just, 4 little puncture holes. So it's not like it was attacked by a mountain lion where it could have taken a chunk out.
Would 4 puncture holes be quoted as messed up? I wouldn't. That feels pretty dramatic
I
for
think
puncture
pretty
holes.
dramatic, but I mean, if it gets infected, that's one thing you got to look at too, because I don't know exactly how sanitary a snake's mouth is.
I mean, if it's infected, you need to go to a doctor.
Yeah.
Sure.
Sepsis is intimate.
Yes. Poisonous or not, if I get bitten by a snake, I'm going to the ER. Doesn't matter.
Are
man.
you?
Yeah. Oh, I would for sure. For sure. I would.
No. Here's how I see it going out, and then you tell me how it would go out. I'm saying that you get bit by a snake, you'd be like, it's fine. You would wait till it was damn near the oval, if you circled it, would be like over your leg. You're like, I sprayed Windex on it. It's fine.
Yeah, I poured some liquor on it.
Here's the thing. I'll put some alcohol on it for sure. But I don't know. I like snakes, and I know there's a way to tell if they're poisonous or not, but I'm not taking that chance. So I think if a snake, unless it's like a garter snake, something to that effect, okay, then I'm like, it'll be fine.
Well, they don't bite.
Right.
If you text in the word messed up, I'm implying that your leg looks like hamburger meat,
Oh, yeah.
or it's swollen up, ungodly.
Yeah.
Which either way, you need to go to the doctor.
Yeah.
You need some anti-venom.
Something with a Schlin in it.
And if that makes me a baby. Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD is the phone number because we need to play Cupid for Valentine's Day. Let's play a game. Pick the Flick is the flavor of the moment. Current record is...
Well, sir, you and I are tied with 2. Lindsay hot on her heels with 1.
Last week's winner was...
Well, that'd be Lindsay.
It's Corbin and Gimpy. 918-460-KMOD. 918-460-KMOD. Call it, decide who's going to be the clue giver. Whoever gets the most right, getting a 12-pack of Heineken Silver and a $100 gift card to Moody's Jewelry, be in the running for a $1,000 gift card from Moody's Jewelry. Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Jeremy.
Jeremy, how are you today?
I'm doing great, man. How are you?
Good, sir. Who do you want to give clues, Gimpy or Corbin?
Let's go, Gimpy.
Come on.
Jeremy, 60 seconds on the clock. Timer starts after the first clue. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Here we go.
All right, this is a double pointer. It is a Mel Brooks film. It's got Gene Wilder in it, and it's set in the West.
Blazing Saddles.
That is correct. This is the Angelina Jolie movie where she curves the bullet.
Wanted.
There you go. This is Paul Walker, and they drive cars.
Fast and the Furious.
Mm-hmm.
One through like 20.
No, we got this one. Let's see here. This is Bruce Willis, and it's like based on a comic book. It's got if something the Titanic.
Sin City.
No. This is where he can't get wet. He has to wear that green coat. Glass is the other one. Split is the other one in the series. There's 3 of them. When you take a piece like a cup and you throw it down on the ground and it shatters into a million pieces, you just did what to that cup?
Broken glass.
There you go. You got it. You got it. So if the glass does not break,
Unbreakable.
there you go. There you go.
Said break.
It's fine.
He already said it. This is George Clooney and what's her name in space? It's also
Time.
Damn it!
I got 4.
I got 5.
Okay.
This one was a double point.
All right. So, Jeremy, that's pretty good, man. Hang on the line, okay?
All right, appreciate it.
Good morning. You're on the air. What is your name?
Brandon.
Brandon, how are you today?
Doing all right.
Good, buddy. We got to beat 5. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Here we go. This is a animated movie. Sarah Silverman plays the female voice. It's about a video game based off the idea. If you remember the video game Rampage.
Wreck-It Ralph.
Correct. This is a movie. The actor's name is blanking on me. He's got a baby. It's in not New Mexico, the state next to it.
Raising Arizona.
Correct. Michael J. Fox, Christopher Lloyd, time travel.
Back to the Future.
Correct. Pass. This is a remake many times. Most recently, Bradley Cooper and Lady Gaga did it.
Star is Born.
Correct. Classic movie, Scarlett O'Hara.
Gone with the Wind.
Correct. Another Bradley Cooper movie. Jennifer Lawrence, Robert De Niro's in it. They're crazy.
The Silver Linings Playbook.
Yeah. Drop Gray.
Silver Linings Playbook.
Correct. Kaiser Sose.
I don't know.
Doesn't matter because 6 is good enough for the win, man. Excellent job, brother. You're going to get the 12-pack of Heineken Silver and $100 gift card to Moody's Jewelry, and you're in the running for a $1,000 upgrade, brother. Congratulations.
Awesome.
Hang on the line. Gippy's got to get some info, okay? All right, buddy. Jeremy, you were awesome, dude. You had your movies in line, brother. A little hiccup there at the end, but I think you guys did awesome. Thanks for playing, though.
Yes, sir, man. Y'all have a good day.
All right, buddy. See you later. Gimpy, this is the one I ended on. Oh, yeah. This is
the one he passed on. I'm sorry.
okay, this is the one I passed. Okay. This is the one Which one are we on now?
This is the one he ended on.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got Kevin Spacey in it, and it's Kaiser Sose, and he is the bad guy in the end. And usually when somebody commits a crime, the police will be looking for a certain set of people, a certain type of person. They say that this is blank number one. Usual suspects. This is a movie that was done in the 70s and then
This is the
redone
past
in the
movie.
Yeah, this is the past one. It was done in the 70s and then redone in the early 2000s. The recent one had Lindsay Lohan in it, and the original one, I couldn't tell you who that was. But this is where a set of twins try to get their folks reunited and back together.
The Parent Trap. Yeah. Yeah. And then this is the one that Gimpy ended on. Yeah. About space. If I drop an apple and it falls to the ground, what law of physics is happening?
Newton's.
Yeah. Which is the explanation of
Gravity.
gravity. Is the movie. All right, the record now.
3-2-1. Corbin in the lead. Me, then Lindsay.
Take a break and we'll be back.
More of the Big Mad Morning Show is next. 97.5 KMOD.
Like using that non-germ protective sack from the grocery store, and you're just like,
It still works just the same.
and you literally look at it and go, I'm not picking that up.
Yeah,
Depending on how it looks.
Mhm.
absolutely. If it was a rough day for the dog, nope. We'll just let the rain take care of that one.
Yeah, if the dog's feeling a little under the weather,
Right.
you can be like, Mother Nature's fertilizer
Yeah.
happening there.
Yeah.
Or you do the old left shoulder, right shoulder, keep going.
Oh.
Nothing to see here, folks.
Yes.
Yeah,
no
right.
poop over here.
Yeah. When I lived in San Francisco, I would have to walk my dog, and there's no grass,
Mm-hmm.
right? In the city, there's no grass. I lived in the city. So only around where there's trees is there a little grass or dirt.
Right.
And some people's dogs are just trained to take crap right on the concrete.
They don't care.
And they don't clean it up. And you're like, now humans do it, but like the
Yeah.
dogs, and you just be walking and you're like, son of a bitch.
That's one of the worst things. That will literally ruin a day.
Which is worse,
Uh-huh.
stepping in dog crap with shoes on,
Uh-huh.
or stepping in urine on the tile floor in your socks?
Or like carpet or something to that effect. Okay.
Or because you
Okay.
don't see it, right? And you're like, son of a bitch.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
In a shoe, you go, and you're like,
Right.
oh, man.
Whatever. You get a hose, you can hose it off. Your sock
Yeah.
might get a little wet.
Maybe.
Maybe. Mm-hmm.
Or vomit barefoot.
Ooh.
Which one? You got to pick one. Gun to your
Oh,
head.
that's easy. That's an easy
I'm
choice,
gonna
Lindsay.
say stepping in dog poop with your shoes on.
Gimpy.
Urine with socks on, man. All right, because the shoe's easily to wash off. The barefoot vomit, easy to wash off. You gotta hop one-legged all the way to the, or hop it up in the sink in the kitchen, wherever you're
Right.
at.
It's
right,
on you.
it's easy to get it off. You're good. Ugh. Now I gotta walk my happy ass or hop from here all the way to the bedroom with a wet sock. I gotta change my socks. I just put socks on, as a matter of fact.
Right. Those were clean.
Ugh.
That's my favorite pair.
Wet sock, man.
Yeah. I think I'm with Lindsay. I got to do shoe, man. At least I can take that off and just spray it off.
You think that's the worst out of all of them? Because that's how I understood the question, which is worse out of those three options?
No, which one would you rather?
Oh, which would I rather have? Oh, that's easy. Yeah. Shoes.
So worst is for you is the sock. Lindsay's worst one?
Oh, no. I think the poop on the shoe is the worst one.
You think it's the worst one?
Yeah.
That's like the second easiest one to deal with.
It's the easiest one.
Wow. Because it gets into the crevices of the bottom of the shoe, and sometimes
right, you got to get a pencil and scrub down.
Yes, you might have to take a toothpick or something to get in there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
it does have a little more work, but it ain't on me.
Right.
Yeah, but it ain't on me.
It ain't on you.
That's where my head's at. It ain't on me.
I
don't know if it's the vomit might be the worst because the smell of vomit is just
that is true.
Gross, especially if it's not a heel, it's more of a toe.
And if it's fresh, it's still the body temperature.
Oh,
good morning.
Florida woman punts man in the groin for not bringing her to the strip club. This happened in north of Fort Myers, Florida. Elizabeth Ann Sherlock Mason, all she wanted to do was have a little fun night out. Now, this happened on January 17th, which was a Tuesday night. So I don't know if it was already a long week for her, or maybe she just, doesn't work at all. Just wanted to go out, but she wanted to go to the local gentleman's club. But before that, she wanted a pregame at her favorite watering hole, the Naughty Parrot.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Is that Knotty like Naughty Pine or NAUGHTY like Naughty Girl?
NAUTI.
Naughty
like
Parrot?
nautical. Naughty Parrot.
Mm-hmm. I gotta look at this place.
Yes.
Okay, carry on.
So her man takes her to the Naughty Parrot where they have a few drinks, and apparently she had a few too many because she became verbally abusive towards him. And he's like, you know what, honey, I think you've had too many and we need to leave. And she's like, no, we shouldn't leave. And she stands up and she puts her both hands around his neck, starts choking him. And he's like, oh my goodness. So he puts his hands on her hands and she stands up and she punts him, knees him right in the groin. He falls down and she takes off for the parking lot. The police are called. She gets arrested and booked into the county sheriff's office because, they can definitely smell a strong odor of alcohol on her. She's charged with battery on someone 65 years or older.
Naughty Parrot looks like a pretty groovy place to go.
It just looks like a bar.
On the water.
Well, they're Florida.
Yeah, they're in Florida.
I know.
A lot of bars on the water in Florida.
Oh, look at this. They got pictures of dolphins. Dolphins right there as you're having your cocktail.
No wonder she didn't want
We don't get that here.
The ocean's a pretty amazing thing.
We don't get that here. Give me an Oklahoma dolphin and I'll be all right.
I mean,
there you go. Horrified gas station staff find severed human penis in parking lot. This happened in Mobile, Alabama. Petrol station. The staff there were given the shock of their lives when they discovered a human penis on site. This bizarre discovery was made just yesterday. Actually, Thursday. No. What is today? What's today? Wednesday? Monday. Monday this happened. January 30th.
what's happening?
I have no
Little after
idea.
6 a.m., police officers showed up, collected the severed appendage as evidence. According to the reports, police do not believe the findings is proof of any foul play. but it is not clear whose member was actually found. My favorite quote, one employee simply told local reporters it was a whole D. A statement at 4 from the Mobile Police Department stated the incident was not being investigated as an assault or a murder, adding it was a mystery how on earth the penis ended up there. Footage saw local reporters apparently showing a black truck pulling into the station around 6:15 a.m. to fill up. Then the truck pulls away before a penis then falls onto the car park tarmac. Once a report was made, a heavy police presence attends the store, located in the port city of Mobile on Alabama's Gulf Coast. The area got taped off while police investigated the incident, which has caused a stir in the local community. I mean,
I'm not buying this.
they're saying that the discoveries like this at the petrol stations are pretty common. I guess in
Finding penises
and-
at a gas station is common.
not necessarily penises, but in 2021, they said that a body of a man aged in his 20s was located.
Well, but was
at
his
this
penis
gas
intact?
station. Mhm.
So what's common then?
Finding bodies and
bodies and body parts, I guess.
yes, at this particular gas station.
I'm not buying this. The story doesn't cite a news source other than Boing Boing and Daily Star. It doesn't refer to, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't go to like a local place.
Right. You think something like that would make local news, at least headlines.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I'm not buying it because that's a crazy story that a penis was found in a parking lot.
Maybe this is a hot spot for like lot lizards. And one trucker was like, "Hey, baby, you here for a good time?" And this lady, this lot lizard, climbs into the truck, and then the dude finds out that it's a dude, and he's like, "Ow, no!"
But first, we got to see what's in Gippy's 4x4.
Well, Corbin says here that Romney tells Santos, "You don't belong here."
It's an awesome exchange if you haven't seen. Oh, God.
The embattled congressman was at the State of the Union last night and spoke briefly with Utah Senator Mitt Romney. Before JD's address, it says while lawmakers were taking their seats in the House, Romney reportedly told Santos, "You don't belong here." The senator later confirmed that comment to reporters. "Yeah, I said it. What about it?" And said that Santos should not be in Congress. Santos has admitted to lying on his resume and has been accused of sexual harassment by a former congressional aide.
What's so great about this? I think he's the most fascinating person in politics right now.
Santos?
Yes.
Okay.
What's so great about him is he is the living, breathing version of, "Hi, I'd like to talk to you about your car warranty." People's faces when he's around are like, eh. And he's like, "I'm here. Try to get rid of me. Hi.
I'm going to be here for life.
Here he is, like under an ethics, investigation. And he's like, "Hi, George Santos. Hi, George Santos. Can I talk to you about your car warranty?" You're like, wow.
Get it,
He is nitroglycerin. No one wants to be pictured shaking his hand. That's what Mitt Romney did.
Yeah,
Mitt
right.
Romney was like, "Get the F out of my face. You don't belong here, loser."
We don't take kindly to your type
It's
around
awesome.
here.
And Santos is like, eating it up, man.
Whatever,
He's like,
dude.
"Whatever, I'm here, bitch."
Can't get rid of me yet. Sarah Huckabee Sanders gives her State of the Union rebuttal. Arkansas Governor Sarah Huckabee Sanders says that the GOP is the party of freedom and family, while the Democratic Party is about hate and waste. Sanders provided the Republican response to the JB's State of the Union address last night, referring to Biden and the Democrats as the radical left. She says that they tax Americans, then light America's hard-earned money on fire. She said JB is more focused on, quote, woke fantasies than the realities Americans face. Sanders said Republicans believe in strong families and safe communities.
All good buzzwords there. I love it.
Oh, yeah, isn't it great? Memphis officer texted photos of beaten
Dude.
Tyree Nichols. Memphis police officers under fire after he texted photos of the beaten and bloody Tyree Nichols to at least 5 people. Video footage of Nichols' fatal arrest was released last month, which shows officers beating the holy crap out of him and then tasing him a few times before propping him up against the police car. In the footage, an officer can be seen taking pictures on his cell phone. Hold on. Let me get this real quick. Yesterday, the state released Memphis police documents that show Officer Demetrius Haley admitted to sending a photograph of Nichols to at least 5 people.
Yikes, dude.
All right.
Now, I will say, in the first responder culture, that's not uncommon.
You got to take evidence. Picture photo evidence. I know they do it when it comes to like domestic abuse. I mean, this is not domestic abuse, but
here's where I'm basing that statement off of, that it's part of that culture.
Mm-hmm.
I've been on the receiving end of text messages from first responders on things maybe they shouldn't be sending.
Oh, okay. Like, hey, check this out sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, you can't believe the call that I went on.
Yeah.
If you think about it, and I'm not saying that it's right or anything, but they're just people like the rest of us. If we saw something crazy here at work, we'd take pictures and send it to other people.
Yes, but we aren't responsible for saving lives and keeping people safe.
That is a true statement.
Nobody's putting if you're putting a lot of trust in the 3 of us,
then God bless you. Lastly, here, a new phone system helps TIA firefighters respond quicker to emergencies. Tulsa International Airport has upgraded its phone system to alert first responders in the event of an emergency. It's called a crash phone system. It costs around $100,000, and firefighters say the equipment's vital. The new system is faster and lets emergency responders at the airport know what's happening, and at the same time, including air traffic control, aircraft rescue, airport emergency dispatch, and the Air National Guard. It sends out a message to radios and also opens up the doors to the fire station.
Yeah, and it connects to the intercom system. Like, they had such an antiquated system.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have the means. Like, if something happened, they're like, hold on, we got to do this first, and then we got to do this. Now they can do it all in one, like, swoop.
Well, there you go.
Yeah, streamlining everything, which obviously makes a ton more sense.
Money well spent.
Sure.
Yeah. An absence of light will apparently help the Packers star quarterback make a decision on his football future. Aaron Rodgers joined the Pat McAfee show yesterday and said he'll go on a 4-day darkness retreat following the Super Bowl. The quarterback was asked if he's considering retirement, which he responded with, for sure. It's a real thing, 100%. He went on to say, I've got a pretty cool opportunity to do a little self-reflection in some isolation. And then after that, I feel like I'll be a lot closer to a final decision. The 39-year-old will have no contact with the outside world while he sits in a small house alone in the dark. Rodgers is entering the second year of a $150 million contract extension with Green Bay and acknowledged he would need to rework his deal if traded to another team. The Jets and the Raiders are rumored to be interested in the Super Bowl winning quarterback.
If he's doing this,
Yeah.
he said it.
Mm-hmm.
That doesn't mean that's what he's doing.
Mm.
And there is a little bit of a holistic thing that goes along with this mindset.
Mhm.
I know in some Native American cultures, there's they displayed it on Yellowstone,
Okay.
where you go and you sit in quiet. They do it outside.
Mhm.
I've seen it done in a sweat room.
Yes.
Right? There's many different incarnations of it to come to a conclusion about something to help find your path.
Yeah.
So it isn't a left field thing, and it isn't as crazy as a lot of other things athletes do to find clarity.
Sure.
Right.
This one seems like the safest one because I've seen the sweat rooms outside and I've seen people get pulled out of them because they've passed out.
Sure.
So,
You got to push yourself to that point. Were they smoking peyote though? That's the real question.
Some
that
of
we
them
have
do.
here.
Some.
Well, I'm talking about this particular instance.
Oh,
right here.
no. Like, and who knows what this is like, or what it really looks like.
mhm.
I can't imagine they're going to put him in a house, lock the door, and be like, "See you in 4 days."
Yeah.
And if I was the Green Bay Packers, who have a multi-million-dollar asset, I don't know how comfortable I'd be with him doing that in the offseason.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day Spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin,
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Dispensary.
that is correct. Tied
What did
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
They
couldn't
could be
hear. I didn't
confused.
hear you
Yeah.
because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
Dispensary.
That is correct. Corbin's in a lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
You are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a dispensary called Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold,
Ah,
not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
no, somatic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo. Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa.
Oh,
So
bummer.
far, it's 4-2. Corbin's lead. Hand and Stone, day spa
Lindsay.
or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
I've been there.
It's a 50-50 guess.
Right, of course. All right, Rosebuds, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm going to go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Rosebuds is a dispensary, tied up 4-4. Jade Wellness Center, day spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a wellness, or that is a day spa.
Corbin. Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary. Still tied 4-4. Deluxe, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. Deluxe is a dispensary. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the
Yeah,
information that
who
was
cares if it's
given.
accurate?
Yeah. All right, Nature's Kiss, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 5-4. Aqua Viva Oasis, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. All right, so we're tied up 5-5. Fig Medical, day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweets,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical marijuana.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
All right. All right. Remember, this is for a big prize at the end of the
Sure.
at the end of the game here.
Sure.
You are going to love the prize that I have
Leftovers.
chosen for you.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right. Right.
Bong
And not
water.
the one you smoke.
It's the crumbs.
Laura Apothecary, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa. Lucky Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That's a dispensary.
Lucky Garden. Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, day spa or
Oh,
dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8-5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right, the Enchanted Cottage, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on an ounce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower Day Spa
Corbin.
or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch Tulsa, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct.
What's the score?
6-8, Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, the Merry Mind, day spa or
Lindsay.
dispensary. Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay. The Merry Mind is a dispensary. All right, the Relax Station, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
That is correct. Corbin is up 9-6. Path to Wellness, day spa or dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay, Path to Wellness is a
Oh,
day
I'm
spa.
sorry. I thought you said packed.
Oh, yeah. Was that the
wellness.
problem?
Yeah, I thought it said packed.
Sure, yes. Let me enunciate a little bit more, shall we? All right, let's see here. Heirloom, day spa or dispensary? Heirloom, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That's a dispensary.
Corbin, Heirloom is a day spa.
Mm.
You're still in the lead 9-6. He's okay. Tulsa Garden, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Day
Spa.
spa or dispensary. The Tulsa Garden is a day spa. Good job, Lindsay.
Score.
Looking at 9-7, Corbin's lead. Bella Roma Medical, day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin, Bella Roma Medical is a day spa. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Yes, you are correct, Lindsay. We are now 9-8, neck and neck. Who is going to win day spa or dispensary and walk away with a big, big prize? Stone Age Meds, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary, puts him with the win 10-8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one, see if you can guess it. Stonebrook, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10-9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had
Listen,
dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift. And
perfect.
you're not a horrible cook,
No.
so that's great. But, I just think it's just an honor to win, so I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And,
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And, I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And, it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right. So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea.
Oh.
Set right up front because nobody wants this. So
Yeah.
I grabbed a pack and you get
Yeah.
to take it home with
Again, you put
Twisted
zero
Tea.
effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could, and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning, so
All right.
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right, right.
item.
Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mushed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing. Oh.
good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. What do you have, Lindsay?
Well, our 50th anniversary is coming up right around the corner. Shine Down 3 Days Grace. Tickets are available from Budweiser 97.5 KMOD. KMOD.com, or of course, BOKCenter.com for your tickets.
You know, if you want to get on the mass debate on who's the better Batman, you can simply hit us up on the iHeartRadio app by using the talkback button. Little microphone down in the corner. You just hold it down. You say, Christian Bale was the better Batman.
Michael
or
Keaton.
whatever. And then just let it send it on away to us.
All right. I thought we'd do a little fill in the blank news. I will read a headline, leave part of it off. You guys have to tell me what the blank part is. First one, first generation iPhone expected to sell for blank at auction. First generation iPhone expected to sell for blank at auction.
I've only seen the headline. It's like million something another. It's a ridiculous amount for an outdated technology.
Outdated technology. 150 million?
It's something like that. It's some outrageous price. And my thought was, why? Why? Is that going to be a collector's item later on? Or are you just doing it just to be like, I've got one of the original iPhones?
To own a piece of history.
I mean, people collect things, right? If you have one of the first AM radios.
Okay.
Yeah. Or a wind-up radio.
Or one of the first Walkman.
Right.
Maybe,
right.
Maybe you can sell it later to the Smithsonian or I don't know.
Right.
A first generation iPhone is set to be auctioned off and it could go for $50,000. The phone from 2007, is still in its sealed box and is being sold at LCG auctions in Louisiana. Owner of the phone, Karen Green, said, I want to speak to the manager. Said she had just got a new phone with her when her friends bought her the first generation iPhone, and she kept it because she thought it would never go out of date. Derp, the auction will run through February 19th. I think a lot of people have seen this one. AMC theaters to change movie ticket price based on blank.
Oh, I have not seen this one.
Oh, AMC theaters to change movie ticket price based on blank. What do you think, Gimpy?
Based on how much the theater is filled? Like, if you're not that big of a crowd, your movie's not drawing that much of a crowd, you're going to charge less, like at a discounted price.
Like a price line type of thing for travel.
Yeah. But if, like, let's say the movie, it's a blockbuster hit and it's packed the theaters, for X amount of days, weeks, whatever, I can see how they could charge you. And people are wanting to get in on this. So I'm going to go with crowd size.
Based on where you sit.
AMC Theaters is newly introducing a new ticket pricing initiative based on seat location. The chain is launching Sightline at AMC, where moviegoers can pay more or less for a ticket, depending on where they choose to sit. There will be 3 different seat pricing options, including the traditional ticket called Standard Sightline seats in the front row, dubbed Value Sightline, and Preferred Sightline, which are seats in the middle of the auditorium. It launches Friday at select AMC locations, New York, Chicago, Kansas City. The plan is to expand the initiative to all domestic AMC locations by the end of this year. Look, I am not in the movie business. Maybe don't come up with ideas to deter people from going.
Absolutely.
That's not going to make me want to go.
No.
I think Gimpy kind of hit on something, if I can add to it, and that is give me a bid for what you would pay to go see this movie.
Let's just use the latest Avatar. Huge movie, right?
Yes.
Made lots and stayed number 1 for the longest time.
Yes.
I mean, people that really want to see it will pay extra. Well, hey, man, I've got 3 seats left. All right. Sorry, it's going to cost. And it would have to lead up to a point. Let's just say after 50% capacity, that's when the prices change or whatever. I don't know. But that is retarded.
I think it's already way expensive to go to a theater
and
see a movie.
Been that way.
And you're already paying more if you want to see a movie in 3D.
Right.
That's already
which makes sense.
More
you ask for an extra feature, you should pay more.
Right,
sure.
3D, IMAX, stuff like that. Yeah. But for standard, just regular movies.
But my goodness.
I like the idea of that. If you are wanting to see a movie in the theater the weekend it comes out, then you put in your bid for your price. And if it depends on how bad you want to see it, will be your bid.
Right.
And if you get outbid, too bad. Listen, deal with the people that are already going.
Right.
Don't try and this isn't going to get new people. It's only going to piss your core off.
Right. And if you start putting in bids, people will outbid each other just to piss the other person off.
Then it's competitive.
Yeah,
then it has zero to do with the movie.
Absolutely. And now these movie theaters are raking in big bucks, charging $100 or more for a seat because people want to outbid the other person just to be an asshole.
And then later, like Avatar right now starting to fall off. It came in second or whatever. So it hasn't had the dominance it's had for the last 4 or 5 weeks or whatever. The price would be even less.
Right.
So if I wait, then I'll still get to see it. I'll still pay to see it in the theater, but I'll pay a little bit less.
Right. But no, you sit up front, $5. You want the middle or in the back, $25.
Yeah, get out of here.
I absolutely love it when you can stream them at home now. $20, I'm sold.
Yeah, for sure.
Great.
Yeah. Ohio Karen changing name to blank. Ohio Karen changing name to blank. Full disclosure, her name isn't Ohio Karen.
Oh, okay.
She's a Karen who resides in Ohio.
I am now going to go by Kentucky Karen. But you live in Ohio. Yeah, so? I don't know, Becky. Becky sounds like a good name. Kareen. Oh, Lindsay, what do you think?
I think she's going to change her name from Karen to her middle name. I don't know what her middle name is.
Lucinda.
A blonde, 50-something Ohio woman named Karen says she's done being a Karen.
Well, stop being a bitch then.
Yeah, it's pretty easy. Karen Firestone, who lives near Canton, intends to legally change her name to Cat. Karen has become synonymous with being selfish and always wanting to talk to a manager. February 21st is the date Firestone will appear in the court to try and persuade a judge to let her change her name. And I'm sure she'll get it.
Yeah, of course.
Concern over Central Park Zoo escaped blank. Concern over Central Park Zoo's escaped blank.
There's been a couple of animals that have escaped different zoos. I remember there was a couple of monkeys that escaped a zoo, but I think that was down in Houston. I feel like
Dallas Zoo's had like 4 or 5 problems in the last month.
What?
Orangutan.
No. Shoot.
What would be an animal of concern?
A tiger.
Any of them.
Cheetah. Something to that effect.
A lemur wouldn't be concerning.
No, a sloth is a
A
concern.
turtle wouldn't be concerning.
No, that's true. They'd catch that right away.
I don't know. Beat the
Turtles are
hair.
fast, man. When they want to, they can move. I had a couple pet turtles. Man, they are fast.
They're very patient. There's growing concern over Central Park's escaped owl. The owl got loose from the zoo Thursday after someone cut the meshing that kept him secure. Zoo official, the things we do for TikTok. Zoo officials are keeping an eye on him and say he's moved closer to the zoo because he probably has a little tracking thing. They've also put food below the tree where he's perched in Central Park with hopes it will get him down.
Like a dead mouse?
Like he's
Right.
a Tootsie Roll? Lollipop?
Lollipop. They're probably more concerned for him and not the public.
Of course.
Yeah.
Lowest wind chill ever on Mount Washington in blank. Lowest wind chill ever on Mount Washington in blank.
I feel like the obvious answer is Washington. Come on, it's Mount Washington. That doesn't mean anything. And it's probably going to be like New York or what did I see last week? It was colder in Ohio than it was in Alaska or some jive like that.
It's been pretty cold lately.
It's been pretty chilly. Mount Washington in Texas.
Unless they're talking about in a month, in a certain month. Like, read the headline one more time, please.
Lowest wind chill ever on Mount Washington in blank.
Okay.
You're saying the in being.
Right.
Right. In the month of May.
Looking for a location.
Right.
Mhm.
Okay. Let's go. New Hampshire, Oregon?
Sure. Pick one.
New Hampshire.
The recent Arctic chill is one for the record books. The lowest wind chill ever recorded at 109 degrees below zero was set Friday on Mount Washington in New Hampshire. The previous record was 103 degrees below zero.
Holy God almighty.
That's cold.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but it's a dry cold.
Right. Of course. It makes a difference.
Blank-year-old boy graduates from a charter school. Blank-year-old boy graduates from a charter school.
Incredible. This kid.
Oh, so you know the story. Then, huh?
Yes, if it's the correct one, and now he's going to go to college and probably become a doctor or
A lawyer or such.
astrophysicist. Who knows?
Definitely not going to grow up to be a cowboy.
Or a bomber.
Ooh.
True.
I believe he is my kid's age, 9 years old, I believe.
6 is the number that's shouting out, but I like 9.
A 9-year-old boy is graduating from a charter school in Pennsylvania. David, I don't do anything but school, bull guns instructor, says he's incredibly intelligent and wants to go into astrophysics as a career. The next big challenge for David and his parents is to decide on the right college or university. He has already completed a semester at Bucks County Community College outside Philadelphia. I personally think they are doing a giant disservice to this child.
Oh, yeah?
He's missing out dramatically on social life.
Yes.
And it could inhibit his ability to be social. Now, is he smart and all that? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
But when you start moving ahead,
you're ripping away their childhood.
you're
That's all
taking
there
away
is to
part
it.
of the experience of education all the way through high school.
Absolutely.
Right? Not just at the college level.
Mhm.
I think, moving kids ahead, holding kids back makes sense for school.
Right.
Because maybe they're not socially advanced or mentally advanced enough to go in the grade they should.
Yeah.
So holding them back makes sense. Moving them ahead, however, puts them at a disadvantage.
Right. I mean, they would start hanging out with college kids. Next thing you know, they're doing keg stands and blow off a stripper's ass.
I mean, that's a possibility, but also not fitting in,
Right.
right.
right? When it's already hard to fit in.
Right.
So I think there's a little bit of a disservice happening. Americans love their blank. Americans love their blank.
According to last week's study, it was butt plugs. So
I mean, we love everything. We love our football. We love our
guns.
our guns. I mean, the Super Bowl is this weekend, so I feel like our football food, like our appetizers, our chicken wings, our dips, our chips and dips.
I think freedom is a good answer.
Freedom. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Bourbon tourism is reaching new heights last year in Kentucky. Attendance at distilleries along the Kentucky Bourbon Trail surpassed 2 million in 2022 for the first time ever.
Wow.
Total visits exceeded 2.1 million last year, easily beating the pre-pandemic record of 1.7 million stops in 2019. In the past decade, the Amber Adventure has had a 370% surge in attendance. The Distillers Association created the Kentucky Bourbon Trail in 1999 to give visitors an intimate, educational look behind the state's most historic distilleries. The total attendance at its 18 participating distilleries nearly reached 1.4 million last year.
Wow.
Fun.
Speaking of Kentucky bourbon, someone at Kevin's work just turned him on to Basil Hayden.
Oh, that's a
Kentucky
good.
Oh
That's
my
a good one right
gosh!
there. Yeah.
Yes, is it
It's
good?
fairly decently priced too. It's not overly expensive.
Yeah, between $45 and $50 a bottle. I think
$4.50,
it's super good.
I was just looking to
smooth.
see how far away it is from here to the Jim Beam Distillery in Kentucky. Dude, that's only a 10-hour ride. I won't be doing this summer. I'm just saying.
Arnold Schwarzenegger involved in crash with blank. Arnold Schwarzenegger involved in crash with blank.
Random maid, housekeeper.
No, he hit.
A moose.
Oh no, he hit a woman. He hit.
Ouch.
I know, right?
Did you leave the word on off?
He hit.
Well, it's not the maid, so.
Yeah, she was on a bicycle. I think. A woman on a bicycle.
Wow, look at that ass.
A cyclist is in the hospital after a
Yes.
reported collision with an actor and former California Governor Arnold Schwarzenegger. TMZ reports Schwarzenegger was behind the wheel of a vehicle that hit a woman on a bicycle in Brentwood Sunday morning. The woman's condition, unclear because no one cares. TMZ reports the collision was a simple traffic accident and no crime is suspected.
I had seen this amazing deep fake on TikTok. Was it yesterday with Arnold and Uncle Rico? So it was Uncle Rico talking about how it'd been if Coach would have put him in and he'd have gone to state and did it, but it's Arnold's face and voice. Hilarious.
J.J. Abrams, I'm doing this one for you, Gimpy.
Oh.
J.J. Abrams teams up with blank for Hitman movie.
Oh.
J.J. Abrams teams up with blank for Hitman movie. For those that don't know, I'm saying it's for Gimpy. because he's currently playing that game and loves that game.
Oh, I love this series. I have for a long, long time. Teams up with. Part of me says Timothy Oliphant because he played the hitman.
Ooh, I love him.
Right? I could see them. He's like, all right. I've done a couple of these hitman movies. Speaking as Timothy Oliphant, and he's like, but JJ, man, you put together some good movies, so let's get together and put together a new hitman movie. I'm sticking with Tim.
I love him.
Tim.
J.J. Abrams is working on a movie adaptation of Stephen King's novels, Billy Summers. This is the third Stephen King project that Abrams has worked on, having previously served as the executive producer on Castle Rock and 11/22/63. The plot follows a hitman who only takes a job to kill truly bad people, but now he wants to retire with one last job. And Billy has to deal with knowing how one last job goes in the movies versus reality. The novel is described as part war story, part love letter to small town America, and thriller about luck, fate, and love. It's not known if Abrams will direct the film adaptation of Billy Summers. Abrams has not directed a film since Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker in 2019. It was labeled and written as if I thought it was the video game.
Okay.
As did you.
Yeah, the way you presented it.
Yeah.
For sure. But so it's not. It's just a book about a hitman or whatever. Well, I'm not going to watch it then.
Staying in movies, White Men Can't Jump, blank. White Men Can't Jump, blank.
There's got to be a reunion where they get their kids together and now they've got to, hustle to get some cash. And somehow there's some Latino woman that says, hey, you want to screw? Come on, baby.
Billy. Damn it, Billy, you spent all the money. Okay, yay. White Man Can't Jump 2. Wesley Snipes needs the money.
That's fair to say.
Yes.
Woody Harrelson could probably use the money as well.
Dude,
no, he's
new.
set. He good. White Man Can't Jump 2.
Just shy of its upcoming release, the 20th Century Studios Hulu remake of White Men Can't Jump has dropped a new teaser. The 92 classic starring Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson is getting a new look with Friday Night Lights, Sinqua Walls, and hip-hop TikToker Jack Harlow in his feature debut. And while Collider points out plot details are scarce, which is always a great sign, the trailer on YouTube hints that the main duo's chemistry picks up right where Snipes and Harrelson left off.
Fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're just going to remake the movie modern times. So probably instead of her being on Jeopardy, she's probably filming TikToks.
More than likely.
Ooh, or yeah.
Damn.
Damn, they're like, we need you on HBO. We need you for A Christmas Story 2. And that was
Right.
it.
Like,
Was she in a Christmas Story too?
Yeah.
Last one.
She looks great.
Last one. Cities where weed is more popular than blank. Cities where weed is more popular than blank.
Tobacco products, alcohol.
Oh, yeah.
I
Duh.
can see that. Where like people would rather get high, smoke a little reefer.
Yeah, then
Then-
drink alcohol
yeah.
and get drunk. Cities where weed is more
You
popular
could
than
go down the road of heroin or methamphetamines or cocaine and stuff like that, but I think we got to think realistically.
right. I would say alcohol.
It's the booze.
Final answer.
With legal marijuana usage becoming more normalized in American society, that's what it says. Let me rephrase it. With legal marijuana finally becoming accepted,
There you go.
there are a few cities where pot has become more popular than nicotine.
I had it right the first time.
Here are the top cities. Portland, Oregon, 1% more popular. Seattle, Washington, 9% more popular. San Francisco, Oakland, San Jose, the Bay Area, 2%. Sacktown, Stockton, Modesto, 5%. Denver, 9%. San Diego, 1%. Los Angeles, 8%. Providence, New Bedford, we were all curious about that one, 5%. Las Vegas, 4%. And another one we were very concerned where they landed, Fresno, Visalia, 3%.
Wow, I'm glad that we know how people in Fresno feel.
And Visalia.
Besides.
Tomato.
That makes sense. What I don't like about that story
Mhm.
is it makes it sound a little different than what's really happening, right? Cigarette use is down dramatically.
Yes.
Taxes are higher up on it. People are moving on from it.
It's true.
This weed's a new thing that's people are trying it that have maybe never done it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of a little misleading. Like people are like standing at the counter going,
Right.
Do I need a pack of Marlboros or a pack of reefers?
Right.
Give me the reefers.
And there's a taboo saying you smoke. And I know plenty of people like, I don't smoke. And then you go to the bar and they're having a cigarette. So if they're being asked in a survey, do they smoke? They're going to probably go no.
Right. They
Mhm.
consider themselves social smokers.
Exactly.
No, I would
Or
say
they're
they don't even.
vaping.
Right.
I would say they don't even consider themselves smokers.
Mhm. I only smoke when I drink.
Or they just say they don't smoke.
But you drink every day, Becky.
Right. You're at the bar every day.
Right.
All right, we got to take a break and we'll be back.
You're listening to the Big Mad Morning Show.
But how do we know that we're not next? I'm not going to take this chance.
Do you call the
SA?
police?
Oh, this is the next day?
Whenever. You're at my house. That happens. Do you call the police?
You'd leave before you call the police.
On your way out?
Yeah, on the way out the door, like in the driveway, driving away. You know, if it was one of those, all right, he just got done shooting the television. I think this is my moment where I can leave. Like he's in the bathroom taking a whiz, right? Because he's been
You wait for
drinking
your
all that.
moment to
Wait for your
Okay.
moment, and then you go ahead
Okay.
and you skedaddle on out of there, and you call the police and let them come over to the house and deal with it. And then you got to go to the house the next day, and then you got to see the TV on the ground with bullet holes in it, and then remember.
Yeah.
And then you change the locks.
Yeah. I think you definitely wait the
Definitely.
next day. Calling the police feels like that makes sense.
It does. It does.
You fire a weapon within my proximity, I feel like I've got to call the police
Mhm.
because that's not normal behavior.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of letting him marinate in it.
You sit here and think about what you've done.
You don't even need to
Sir.
say that, right? Right?
Right.
That's like telling a fat person they're fat. They own mirrors. Like, you come in.
Shot the TV.
Yeah. Son of a. What happened to the team?
Right. Goes, stumbles up, still drunk a little bit. Oh, goddamn tequila. Ay, Dios míos. Goes for the television to turn on the news. Click, click. Nothing. TV's on the floor with bullet holes in it.
How stupid. And then do you upgrade after that, or do you just get whatever you get the Aspina brand that you've never heard of that's on sale for $200?
In case this happens again.
Yeah, right.
That's all you can afford. I mean,
Yeah.
Right.
people don't keep a surplus TV budget in there. I don't think.
No, that's what pawn shops are made for, man.
I haven't bought a TV in like at least 4 years. And that's when I moved into the house.
No.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's not true. I bought one for the playroom, I guess.
Yeah, but you bought one of the cheaper ones, right? You didn't go, Samsung or nothing like that.
Yeah. All I got to
This
tell
deal.
you is Roku. That's all I got to tell you.
I got
A
one of those
Roku
too.
TV is cheap and it works fine.
Absolutely.
People are like, well, how many HP did the thing and lines and all that? I'm like, it comes on.
Right. Does it have a picture? Yes.
Yeah.
Perfect. Can you get to the YouTube? Yes. That's it.
I'm confident with higher level brands, you get a different picture.
Mhm.
Confident.
Mhm.
I just don't care.
Right.
It's kind of like a diamond ring.
Mhm.
There's different levels of a diamond ring.
Mhm.
Sure.
But you get over a certain threshold, the human eye, cannot tell the difference.
Right. Now you're just spending money.
Yeah, there's
For
no reason to
status.
get, I don't know what it is, like an A diamond. You can't see the difference between an A, B, J, whatever. You need a monocle to do that.
Right.
So it's same with TVs. I'm like, who cares?
If it's going in the kids' room or like an outdoor TV, right there with you. If it's the main TV in the living room, though, oh, no.
Oh, how about this? Someone's like, what if it's at your house? Like you invite me over to watch the game and I shoot the TV.
There is so much going on in that situation. One, you owe me a new TV, brah. Two, we're not friends anymore.
You can't shoot a
Three,
gun in my house.
I'm
Yeah.
calling the cops immediately. And if you try to run off before the police get there, I'm telling them everything. I'm rolling right on over. I'm telling them everything about you. Because now you've destroyed my house. It's one thing to destroy your own property, but you come into my house and you start firing guns
And why do you got to carry a gun to a watch party?
Right.
because you never know.
Sure.
Home invasions happen, Corbin,
Sure.
in the middle of football games.
No, listen, even robbers know there's nothing to take at a Cowboys fan house. I found this list of annoying things people say. I'll say the phrase. You guys tell me if you say it. This is going to be humiliating for all of us.
All right.
Okay.
Annoying things people say.
I don't mean to be rude, but I hate this phrase.
Mhm.
you do mean to be rude.
Yeah. That's just like, hey, I don't mean to interrupt. Bye.
That is a weird psychological thing you do as a human being to make yourself feel better. I don't mean to interrupt, but that type of thing.
I don't know if I say that. I don't think I do.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I say that.
Okay. It's common sense is another one. I've heard people say that.
Mhm.
Yeah. It's common sense, and people are lacking it nowadays.
Yeah.
Of the two we've read, I'm not willing to go all in that I've never said them.
Okay. I'll be honest. I've said both of those.
I simply have a powerful personality. I've never said that.
No, hell no.
I hate this statement. Let's agree to disagree.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's just, let's throw in the towel here.
Well, I mean, you arguing back and forth.
Right.
There's not going to be any resolution. Let's just agree to disagree.
I see that as I don't have anything else to argue about. I can't. I have nothing left. I have no more ammunition,
Mhm.
and I can't accept that I've lost,
Right.
or I can't accept that I've won, or whatever. And so you go to that statement.
You should just stomp your feet and walk away.
It's just a joke.
Oh, geez. Said that
I've said that.
Yeah.
several times on the show.
Well, okay. What is said on the show is different than reality.
Right. I get that. I get that. They're just jokes. Say that to the people they're directed to when they take
Yeah.
it personally. It's just a joke, man. Calm down.
These are annoying things people say. Let's unpack this. Okay, moving on.
Yeah. Mirror you.
Do you know who I am? I've never said that.
Never.
I never have either. Not like to anybody in particular. Like, I'm at, bar, restaurant. You know who I am?
Right.
No. But like in a joking manner.
Telling a story?
Yeah.
For sure.
You know who I am?
No, you're right.
Come on.
And I've been with people that have said it and it makes me cringe. Like, who this is? I'm like, don't do that.
Next couple are going to sting.
Mm.
It is what it is.
Oh, that's my fave. That is my absolute fave.
I will validate that. That is annoying to hear. Well, actually.
Ugh. Those come in on a lot of
Yeah.
texts on here.
Yeah. And on this show.
Mhm.
Love the sinner, hate the sin.
No.
Again, another phrase that people use to excuse behavior.
Right.
Yes.
I always keep it real, and a lot of people can't handle the truth I speak.
That's just a way of saying I'm an asshole.
Totally. I've said that line.
Mhm.
That's problematic. I don't find that one annoying.
No.
That's an observation you're making. You're not critiquing anybody. You're like, well, that's problematic.
Yeah. You can see something on the horizon, like this is going to cause some issues. Yeah.
I need to speak to a manager.
Hi, Karen. I've never had to say that.
I can't, upon reflection, like with not in the moment
Mhm.
of a fly in my soup or whatever, I can't think of a reason I need to speak to the manager.
No. It's simple. I just won't come back to X place, wherever it is.
Agreed.
There's nothing me speaking to the manager will fix.
No.
It is strictly an ego move.
Mhm.
I need to know you've heard me.
Right.
I need to believe you're going to fix this.
Mhm.
Not to play the devil's advocate, but show's based off that theory. Trust the science. I've heard that too.
Right.
I'm just an aggressive person. I have a lot on my mind.
I'm an asshole, and I need to get all this out.
Full stop.
That sounds familiar.
I've heard that. Why are you? Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 829-45. Top 5 songs coming up here in a little bit. An article was published that said the new rules of tipping. So I'm going to share some of it. Restaurants, 15 to 20% was the thing. Like if you gave 20%, you were like, whew, awesome service.
Yeah.
Awesome service. Now 20 is the minimum Because sometimes you do the thing and it's got the what do you want to leave for a tip?
Right.
And then you have to click another button and put other amount.
Mm-hmm.
And now it's 20 to 25%.
Damn.
And it doesn't matter where you go.
Did they say why?
This says the higher your disposable income, the more you should tip. But anything under 20% is rude. Blaming this on inflation, Biden, and the heightened awareness of the fact that more than half your server's salary probably comes from tips. It's just the rules. Don't complain.
Oh, it's too late. I'm going to complain.
So when we go out to dinner, we have a lot of choices. There are so many choices. And with inflation and this, that, and the other thing, you want to make sure that you have a good experience, right? So we always start at 20%. And
so you get 20% no matter what.
No, we start at 20%. If the service is really good, and then we might give you a lot more. If it's bad service, you're not getting 20%. Like that, it's just not happening. Because we expect to have good service. Now, I do understand when that things happen. Some people just have a really bad night.
Sure. So you tip 20% then?
Possibly.
What determines if they're just having a bad night rather than they're bad at their job? Your gut?
No, I would say something that is out of their control. The food is undercooked, or you know what I mean? Like that's not their problem. That's the cook's issue. You know what I mean? The chef's
So you
issue.
take it out on them tip-wise because something out of their control.
You wouldn't take it out of your servers.
What would be a reason to not tip them 20%?
If they're rude or they don't clear your you're sitting there with dirty plates in front of you the entire evening, or they are not bringing you what you ordered, forgetting things, that kind of thing, or not filling your glass, or even, asking you, would you like a refill, or, can I get you another beer?
Gimpy?
I don't tip based on percentages or what society thinks that I should tip. F you, society. This is the reason why I work hard for the money that I have, and I don't have that much. And I'll give you what I can. If the service is good, all right. I might leave you a decent tip. Who knows? But I want to go off of, all right, this was good service. I've got $10 extra. You're going to get $10 or you're going to get $5. You're going to get whatever the hell I feel like giving you because it's my money.
So if you have a $60 bill for going out to eat wherever, and you've got $70, you're giving $10, and that's it.
Maybe if that. You could even get $5. I may not even tip at all. You may even get $2. Who knows? I don't like the fact that society deems what we should tip. I don't think tipping should be a thing. A tip is just a little extra bonus. A little extra thanks for doing a good job. But society has made it to where we have to tip because they're getting paid garbage amounts. Garbage amounts.
He's getting worked up is why I'm laughing.
That is not my fault that you chose a job that pays trash. Find a different job. You're good at your job. You filled my drink. You brought my food to me. You cleared it out. Fantastic. You did your job.
They took care of you.
That is great. That is great. You did exactly what you were hired for. Why do I have to pay you any extra? Because this guy here is pissed off because, somebody thought you did a good job and tossed you a 10 spot. So now we've got to make it to where everybody gets tipped. Go F yourself. I will tip what I want, however much I want, when I want, if I want. Rant over.
Gimpy will be taking questions after the show regarding that.
Email me, gimpy@kmod.com. I'll respond to every last one.
Calm down. I was making a joke.
I know you were, but still.
I haven't even got to the other things.
Yeah.
I tip 20% out of the shoot no matter what, because you can definitely have a stance, whatever that is. I've waited tables. It sucks. It's hard dealing with rude people who think I'll give you whatever I want or leave you a fake dollar bill that says go find Jesus.
Oh,
that happens.
Yeah.
Texts are great. I'm going all Mr. Pink. He doesn't tip. What do you mean you don't tip?
And then I if they do really well, then maybe I'll give a little bit more, but ultimately it's 20%. I just choose to not have I don't have the runway to have this argument and debate. To me, I give 20% when we're eating out at a restaurant.
Right.
This other one says at coffee shops, 20%. I've never tipped getting coffee.
Really? Neither have I, but I don't
No.
I want to go throw a $5 down on my stove. Come on.
Food delivery tip is a minimum of $5 or 20%, whichever is greater.
Holy balls. So like Walmart delivery, or are we talking like DoorDash, Uber Eats and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
I guess.
Yeah. Pizza or whatever.
Here's the one I think I have the most problem with. When picking up takeout at a restaurant, you must tip at least 10%.
Nah.
This goes back to you must.
But it's for the article. I understand
Yeah.
what you're saying, Gippy, but it's for the article.
Mhm.
I'll give like $1,
Maybe even 2.
depending on what I get, sure.
Exactly.
Or if it's a big order, maybe a little bit more. But I don't offer it if it disrupts the kitchen.
Right.
I'm using the service that is provided.
Mhm.
So that one's twisted me a little bit.
Mhm.
And then this one is the one I really wanted to bring up. At a bar. What do you tip at a bar, Lindsay? What do you and your husband usually get at a bar?
If we're like sitting at the bar and
You
we're
go to a bar,
ordering,
what 2 drinks do you get for you and your husband?
he'll probably get some sort of bourbon on the rocks, and I'll get probably a Tito's and soda.
Okay. How much do you tip?
If I'm walking away from the bar, I'll leave $1 or $2
So
to
like
the bartender.
$1 or $2 for 2 drinks. Okay. Gimpy?
Depends. It depends on how are the drinks. Were your drinks watered down?
You go to the bar.
I go to the bar.
Right to the bar. You
I
don't
go to the bar and I say, hey, I want a Jim Beam and a Red Bull. Fantastic. At the end of the night, 10 Jim Beam and Red Bulls later. All right, your tab is $80, Gimpy. All right, cool. You got big jugs. You're kind of cute. Here's $10.
So what's interesting there is Gimpy can't even wrap his head around the idea of just ordering 2 drinks. Like
Right.
that's it. Like
And
I'm
there
there
for
all
the
night.
I'm there for the night, yeah.
If I'm ordering 2 drinks, beer or cocktails, you're getting $1 for each drink.
Mhm.
If I'm there all night, I'll do 20% on whatever the bill is.
Okay, because you've been there all night.
Yeah, like
It's going to be a
big,
higher bill.
Yeah,
Okay.
regardless of how great I was ignored or not, or kept
Mhm.
me filled or not.
Right.
Or how big the jugs were on the bartender.
Yes.
Okay.
This says $1 per drink if you're just getting a beer and 20% for a cocktail. So if a cocktail's $7 or $9, you should be giving almost $2 for a cocktail.
Okay.
I think that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right. They charge you $2 for a beer and you want me to give you $1? That 50% tip for a beer.
Well, I mean, beers usually are $3 to $4 for a beer.
Right.
So 20%.
Right.
So there you go. There's the new tipping rules, apparently. But as Gimpy said, geh. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show is coming right back.
Recover. That happened on a Friday, the 21st of last Friday. Lindsay.
So, does he have wounds? Like when we say he's tortured,
Irrelevant.
Let's not ask questions.
we'll give him.
How many days does he get off? He's been robbed. He's been abused.
Tortured, kidnapped, robbed, trust defiled.
Mhm.
How many days?
I want to give him 2 weeks,
Okay. Because
especially if he's got wounds on him. I want to let him heal up. You know what I mean? Like if he's got some bruising on his face, things
bruising's
like that.
3 days.
Bruising isn't going to cause anybody else at work to get, some kind of infectious disease if he has one.
No, that's true. I'll stick with
2 weeks. Okay, Gimpy.
Good Lord, that's a lot of 2 days. 2 days. That happened on a Friday. You get Saturday, Sunday. I'll give you Monday and Tuesday. You bring your ass back to work on Wednesday. And if you've got gashes all over yourself, put some goddamn butterfly stitches on that thing and get your ass back to work.
Take as long as you need. You're damaged goods now. If I get you back, you're hardly going to be the person. Whether you get 2 weeks or you're back on Monday, it's going to take a week for you to quell the office chatter.
Right.
So you're damaged goods. You're not coming back the same person.
Oh, no.
You're not going to remember whatever project you were working on. Forget about it.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
So, yeah, I'll do the right thing. Take as long as you want, but let's start hiring the replacement.
Oh, okay.
He's done.
Okay.
You're done.
What if he comes back from work, right, after his week, 2 weeks, however long he needs, and things are a little shaky there for, let's just say, like a week? That seems natural. But everything's back to normal that week after. Are you still firing that guy?
I didn't say fire.
Well, what are you going to do? How else are you going to get rid? You going to lay him off?
You let life work itself out.
Mm-hmm.
Let him quit?
Yeah, he'll quit on his own.
Maybe.
You still give him work. You still treat him as if he's an employee. You
Absolutely.
Everything stays the same.
Absolutely.
But he is not the same employee, right? He experienced an incredibly traumatic event.
Yes. And maybe working where he works, doing what he does is his outlet to kind of get over things. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes
this ain't your team lost. This isn't you broke your arm.
You were
It is one of the most traumatic events human beings can go through is being kidnapped and tortured.
That is very true. That is very true.
Mr. No Days.
But everybody works through things differently.
Sure.
Some people need therapy. Some people just need to keep busy.
Sure.
You know what I mean? So maybe what you're going to do is you're going to let this cat go so he can drive himself crazy.
I'm not going to let him go.
All right. Go down the meth aisle with his new girlfriend, Megan. All right.
Yeah.
And then next thing you know, he's committed suicide and hung himself in the garage because I
don't know what that has to do with me. No, that has zero to do with me. I'm saying I have a responsibility as a company to make sure everybody's doing their job. And he can come back. We'll treat him as family. He'll stay on insurance. We'll give him projects. Everything will stay the same. But to have the expectation that he's going to be the same employee is not realistic. And that is what I'm saying.
I understand there's going to be some differences, but deep down inside, if that's what he needs to heal, then you keep on keeping on. I'm not hiring. I'm not looking for the new hire immediately.
He is going to be a drip at the company picnic.
Oh, yeah.
Do not ask him to play laser tag or just tag or capture the flag.
Don't even say the word capture around him.
Don't do the ropes course with him.
Right.
Trust fall?
No. Trust any of you bitches.
No.
He's going to want to move to another state and start a whole new life.
Yes.
Well, maybe.
Let it work itself out, but you have a responsibility to your customers. And as a manager of a business, we got to move forward. We can't let somebody hang on to the back of the train as it's pulling away from the station. Give him all those resources he needs. Let him continue to get a check.
Right.
Put him in a basement. Take his red set. Whatever that looks like for you.
Right.
All these stories are on our Facebook page. No days off.
I said 2.
No, you said the weekend, which he already gets.
No, I said I'll give you 2 days. That you've got Friday and Saturday, so I'll give you Monday and Tuesday.
You get Saturday and Sunday off.
Exactly. So you've got 4 days.
So you gave no days off.
I gave him Monday and Tuesday off.
No, you said back on Monday.
I said back on Wednesday. I said you got you got Saturday and Sunday already off. All right, so I'll give you Monday and Tuesday back to work on Wednesday.
Who wants to start in the middle of the week?
Bitch.
Yeah.
Oh. Whatever. Listen, I got a business to run, Corbin.
That's what I'm saying. I hear people all the time say that this isn't fair. Life isn't fair. It's not fair for me. It's not fair for what I want to do. I hear that all the time. And I'm going to tell you a story. Good morning. It's the Big Man Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text BMMS and then what you want to say to 82945. There are 2 videos that I love right now online. One of them is videos of buddies with their friends and they're like sleeping or like they're napping during work.
Oh, okay.
And their buddy films them and takes a hot dog and like shoves it in their mouth and then to make them wake up. And when they wake up, they act like they're zipping up their pants. It's the craziest thing I've ever. And obviously the other party's freaked out.
Well, yeah.
And there's a lot of these.
Yeah.
And I can't decide which is more crazy, that you had the idea to do this,
right?
That you actually did this, or that you filmed it, or that you posted it, simulating that you got oral sex from your coworker. There's so many crazy things happening.
Kind of funny.
It's funny.
I know if in my early 20s, late teens, early 20s, if TikTok or social media was around at all whatsoever, Woof, I'd be in trouble. I was the guy, if you passed out at a party, my nuts are going on your head.
Totally.
We're taking a picture of it.
Right.
You know, I got this one guy so many times. He still hates me to this day, rightfully so. But it was to the point where people are like, oh, God, Gimpy's coming to the party. Don't fall asleep.
Should there be like a rule like, hey, no, if you fall asleep at the party, Gimpy's going to drop his nut sack on your face?
There was. And people still fell asleep anyway.
But what if you're new to the group and you don't know?
Right.
Well, you were warned. You were warned.
That should be like an audible thing.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, I'm Gimpy. If you fall asleep, I will put my nut sack on your face.
And there will be a picture taken. I
Yeah.
found one of the pictures not too long ago.
You're getting punched straight in the balls.
You can't because you're asleep.
No, when you wake me, whenever I see you, you're getting punched in the balls.
And
That's an
how-
automatic, you get it. It's an unwritten rule. Everybody knows. And
Yeah.
I'll take a picture.
I love it. Eye for an eye. I'm okay with it.
Not eye for eye.
Ew.
You'll get punched in the balls only so many times before you stop dropping them on someone's chin.
Maybe. Or they swell up so much, you're like, we won't go down that road.
See what Lindsay has for balls to the wall sports.
Derek Carr is preparing for a change of scenery. The NFL Network is reporting that the longtime Raiders quarterback has been granted permission by Vegas to meet with the New Orleans Saints. The plan is for Carr to meet with the Saints on Wednesday. There could be a rekindling of a former coach-quarterback combo, as Dennis Allen was the head coach of the Raiders when Carr was drafted in 2014. The 31-year-old quarterback has a no-trade clause in his contract, and reportedly no trade is imminent without his approval. Carr has thrown for over 35,000 yards and 217 touchdowns during his 9-year career. He was benched for the final 2 games of this past season.
So this is a strategy move, right? Because, right, the Raiders have said they have no plans to trade him.
But they're allowing him to go meet with
But they're allowing
today.
him to go. So they're letting him, and he's showing diligence.
Mm-hmm.
Because if he's employed by the Raiders on February 16th,
Yeah.
he gets $40 million.
Damn.
So the question is, will he be with the Raiders on that day?
Are they going to try to save $40 million?
And if they don't pay him, they're making both of them are making moves for litigation. No, we let him go. He couldn't work a deal.
Mm-hmm.
The 49ers are finding their replacement for DeMeco Ryans. ESPN reports San Francisco's hiring Steve Wilks as the team's new defensive coordinator. Wilks was most recently the interim head coach of the Carolina Panthers after Matt Rule was fired 5 games into last season. The 53-year-old Wilks had been hired as the Panthers' defensive passing game coordinator and secondary coach. Wilks will replace Ryans, who left to take the head coaching position with the Houston Texans. And the Titans are hiring a new offensive coordinator from within the organization. Tennessee announced yesterday that Tim Kelly has been promoted to OC. Kelly was the passing game coordinator for the team last season and was the offensive coordinator for the Texans back in 2019. He joined Houston in 2014 as an offensive assistant and rose through the coaching rankings. As a result of Kelly's promotion, the Titans named former Falcons quarterbacks coach Charles London as the new pass game coordinator. The team also hired Chris Harris as a defensive pass game coordinator. He was a cornersback coach for the Commanders over the past 3 seasons. And that's your Balls to the Wall Sports. I'm Lindsay on 97.5 KMOD.
Balls to the Wall Sports is powered by Miller Lite, the original light.
I cleaned the cat's litter box. I mean, it's not too much different.
It's completely different. One, you're trained by the animal. The other is
Right. We're trying parents to
Yeah.
do it in a receptacle.
Someone text in, put a colander over the toilet bowl.
dude.
I'm not
Problem solved.
pooping in the same thing that I strain my spaghetti noodles
No,
in.
you buy 2.
Yeah, but
one
you
for
got
your
a
noodles,
clean one,
for your
Lindsay. You
bathroom.
got a clean
Oh,
one.
God, and then you
Sure.
get them mixed up because, they're
You-
both silver.
One's plastic.
No, plastic absorbs smells.
Gross.
Use that one for your
Yeah,
pasta.
we're getting off. We're getting too far.
Gross. Come on, man.
220 pounds. 220 pounds.
A month. Or is that a year?
A year.
A year. Okay.
year.
Okay. Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
Yeah, for sure.
A lot of fertilizer.
I get a bag of salt, and it's like 40-pound bag, right, for the water softener,
Mhm.
Mhm.
and so like 5 of the. That's a lot. I get it out of the trunk of the car, and I'm like, but to do that with my own feces, family's feces, is a whole other ball of wax. Amen, right?
Yeah.
When you think about the things that people go through in other countries, I'm like, can you imagine if somebody ran for office and they were like, hey, we're going to put down the national debt by harvesting our own fees? Listen to the math. There's this many number of us. We can sell it this much. We'll have this debt wiped out in no time and have a surplus. You'll be sent a bag.
Right, a government bag. That is not the best bag ever. It kind of leaks every now and again.
Y'all couldn't wear a mask.
For real. You want me to crap in a bag every day? Ship it off.
Think about that. We
off.
couldn't get everybody on the same page.
Hey,
with the mask.
Hey, did you crap in your bag today, sir?
Look at that beta crapping in a bag.
Oh my goodness gracious. No, there's other options, man. There's other options. There are plenty of animals on this planet that we could be harvesting. Hey, we do harvest their dookie for fertilizer.
Yeah.
Why do we got to use our own? Is ours, as the human?
Yeah.
Is the human sample that much superior?
I can give you an actual reason why.
Why is that?
Box checked. We need more.
There's not enough crap in this world, which is crap in itself. There's more crap in this world than what we need.
Yeah. Most people don't know this. There is a whole subgenre of studying the human feces.
Right.
And to the point where they do fecal transplants to make people healthy.
That was somebody's idea. That was like, guys, that was a meeting. That was a table, a long rectangular table, probably had lunch catered in. Okay. And I've got an idea.
Do the people that study fecal do lunch meetings? No.
Probably not.
No.
Why not?
No.
Why not?
And that office gives a whole new meaning to brown bag lunch. Hey, it's brown bag lunch meeting.
It's brown bag every day.
Brown bag. To me, yeah. Whew. I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
Someone was like, Dad,
yes,
I
son.
don't want to study engineering anymore.
Oh, okay. Well, what were you thinking about getting into for the rest of your life?
I know that it is
very important.
I know that it is a family thing to be into engineering, but I've got to change it. I've got to chase my own dreams. I don't want your life.
I get that, son. I get it. I was an engineer. Your grandpa was an engineer. His dad and grandpa were engineers. I mean, it just seems to fit, but I'm curious, what do you want to do? Let me help you.
Poopy scoop.
Excuse me?
Whoop de scoop de poop.
Did you just say poop?
Scoop de whoop.
And what are you going to do with this poop?
Poop de scoop de whoop.
You're going to scoop it.
Whoopy de scoop whoop
poop. You sure you don't want to be an engineer?
Poop.
Sure we can't guide you into some other field?
Whoop de scoop poop.
You could be a gynecologist if you want.
Poop.
Proctologist, it's close. Poop. If that's just what you want to do with your life, I mean, okay, good. I support you 100%.
Poop.
Yeah. Somebody's like, I'm going to be the best poop expert ever.
Yes, absolutely.
How was work today, honey?
Poop.
It was the S.
Do not. Because I don't know about you guys, but that she works with, and we go to dinners with them or whatever, and they talk about work. And I always set a little thing on my watch, and about 20 minutes in, I'm like, okay.
Like try to get out of the conversation or change the
conversation? Yeah, we're done. Okay. We're not talking about work anymore.
Yeah. I get that.
Do not bring it up at all if your husband or wife does poop research.
No.
Not a fun dinner
No, because that's where everybody
topic.
gathers around the table and talks about their day and how it was. And yeah, you can't do that if you're a poop expert.
Lindsay, do you have friends that do like plumbing or drywall work?
Yeah.
And when you need plumbing or drywall work, you call them, right?
Of course. Of course.
Do not call him about our poop, please.
Right. Exactly.
Hey, Jim.
Yeah.
You're an expert in the poops, huh?
Honey, my tum-tum isn't right. Call Jim.
Right.
I'm not calling Jim again.
Again.
He does not want to hear about my poop problems.
Sure, he does. He deals with it every day.
That's the conversation you have with people that do drywall,
Right,
Yeah.
electrical work,
They're professionals.
car repair.
Mhm.
He does it every day. He does not mind.
Horrified gas station staff find severed human penis in parking lot. This happened in Mobile, Alabama. Petrol station. The staff there were given the shock of their lives when they discovered a human penis on site. This bizarre discovery was made just yesterday. Actually, Thursday. No, what is today? What's today? Wednesday? Monday. Monday this happened, January 30th.
What's happening?
I have
A
no
little after
idea.
6 a.m., police officers showed up, collected the severed appendage as evidence. According to the reports, police do not believe the findings is proof of any foul play, but it is not clear whose member was actually found. My favorite quote, one employee simply told local reporters, "It was a whole D." A statement at 4 from the Mobile Police Department stated the incident was not being investigated as an assault or a murder, adding it was a mystery how on earth the penis ended up there. Footage saw local reporters apparently showing a black truck pulling into the station around 6:15 a.m. to fill up. Then the truck pulls away before a penis then falls onto the car park tarmac. Once a report was made, a heavy police presence attends the store, located in the port city of Mobile on Alabama's Gulf Coast. The area got taped off while police investigated the incident, which has caused a stir in the local community. I mean,
I'm not buying this.
they're saying that the discover this at the petrol stations are pretty common. I guess in
Finding penises
and-
at a gas station is common.
not necessarily penises, but in 2021, they said that a body of a man aged in his 20s was located.
Well, but was
at
his
this
penis
gas
intact?
station.
So what's common then?
Finding bodies and
bodies and body parts, I guess.
yes, at this particular gas station.
Hmm.
So
I'm not buying this. The story doesn't cite a news source other than Boing Boing and Daily Star. It doesn't refer to, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't go to like a local place.
Right. You think something like that would make local news, at least headlines.
I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm saying I'm not buying it because that's a crazy story that a penis was found in a parking lot.
Maybe this is a hot spot for like lot lizards. And one trucker was like, "Hey, baby, you here for a good time?" And this lady, this lot lizard, climbs into the truck, and then the dude finds out that it's a dude, and he's like, "Ow, no, you've got a dong," and then slices it off, and then tosses it out the window, and then continues carrying his load to Birmingham. I don't know.
And I would think the Mobile Police Department would have this on their site, like on their Facebook or something.
Oh, they got nothing on there either.
Not that I can see.
Fake news.
and they're
Fake
or they're
news.
keeping it hush hush until they know more.
Mhm. Yeah, well, you know, it's the Russians.
Hey, we don't know whose penis this is. If anybody has details, let us know.
Or they're probably looking at that truck, kind of like the Idaho murders.
Which
They were
was
being
what?
quiet
All
until
over
they
the-
had more.
It was all over the news.
but they weren't saying what they had. That's why, like, the parents were being so disgruntled.
So Daily
the
Star,
time.
some
Right.
some
the
weird
tabloid.
rag got the break.
Mhm,
Well, they're the only
I'm
ones
just saying-
running with it.
I'm saying that's what I'm saying, right? It's a great story.
mhm. Well, Lindsay, I'll see your severed schlong and raise you a giant dildo. Shoplifter caught trying to steal a giant 30-inch dildo. This happens in West Hollywood at the Circus of Books, which was formerly known as Chi Chi LaRue's. Not really important, but it's a funny name nonetheless. So the video's on our Facebook page, and they say that this drunken patron walks in, stumbles into the Circus of Books. You see him walking around a little bit, and then they go over and they wrap both arms around this giant 30-inch black dildo and then just walk right on out the door with it. But one of the employees, Marcus Blackwell, says that they were ready like Freddy. His quote. They went out there, they chased the person down, they retrieved the big black schlong, and they brought it back and they put it back on display where they picked it up at. Now, they didn't say whether they called the cops or anything like that, but they did say that this big black rubber wiener can be yours for $699.95.
Wow.
So 30 inches, damn near to a doorknob, right?
Uh-huh.
Doorknob's 36 inches.
Yeah.
That's not even the story. The story is how girthy it is.
Boy, it's massive. I've got the measurements right here. This massive black is 30 inches. It says here that it measures at 30.7 inches, so that's the height.
Yeah.
And 6.88 inches wide at the base, and then 11 inches wide at the
end.
The end.
So it's, I mean,
testicle area.
It's like a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, it's a big bitch. It is huge. That is not for use. That's strictly for display.
In the video, she grabs it with one arm and it almost falls off. Like that's how top.
It's a big one. It's a honker.
Yeah. Yeah. Just out of curiosity, do you know how much it is?
How much, like, price-wise?
Yeah.
Yeah, $699.95 plus tax.
I go to a sex shop and I'm like, $30.
Yeah, right? Right? I'm not going to spend $700 for something that'll just sit in the corner and get dusty.
A lot of people, it's payday today, and you're like, "Whoo, dog, been saved."
Valentine's Day's coming up.
Hey, man, we're going out. Can't. Saving up. Saving up. Got to get a sex toy. Would you rather get your ass beat once a day, every day for the rest of your life in front of your spouse and kids, or go to prison for 2 years? Lindsay.
Go to prison for 2 years.
So you wouldn't miss your 2 years of your kid's football game?
Yeah. I don't want to get my ass beat
2 years of
every day.
birthdays? 2 years of Christmases?
I mean, how bad are we talking? How much pain am I going to be in?
Doesn't matter. You're
How
just
much
getting your ass beat.
suffering?
Doesn't matter.
An ass beat hurts.
Yeah. Like, am I going to have a busted eye? Am I going to be able to see? Am I going to, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, how bad is this beat down?
Yes, to all those questions. It's an ass
Yeah.
beating.
So just give me prison for 2 years.
Okay, Gimpy.
Take the ass beating. I think that after the first week or two, you just become numb to it. You come to expect it. All right. You're like, all right, 2:00, time for my daily ass beating. Wife, kids, come on, gather around. Dad's about to get his ass kicked. And then let him take 5-10 minutes out of their day to whoop my ass and beat me to a bloody pulp. All right, Frank, see you tomorrow about the same time, same ass kicking time. And then walk about my way,
Yeah, I feel like I'm picking the ass kicking too, because logistically, okay, a couple factors here. One, logistically, who are you going to find someone to show up every day? It ain't happening.
Right.
It ain't happening.
Mm-hmm.
You got haircuts.
Right.
You got doctor's appointments. You got that Zoom meeting.
Well, I mean, there's a lot that can go into it. One, it could be a different person every day.
Sure.
Right. And it doesn't matter what you're doing. Let's just say you're getting your haircut at 2:00 and it's time for your ass kicking. Well, you're getting your ass kicking in the middle of your haircut, or you're going to have to pause to get your ass kicking.
Yeah.
And then go back to your haircut.
I'm not saying me have the haircut. I'm saying people, life happens, right?
Okay.
And then what if the guy that, let's just say it's one person, and he does it for 5 years, and then he gets hit by a car and dies. Then what? Do you have an open call? Right? Let's say it's volunteer and people are like, well, I want to kick Corbin's ass. Great. That's going to work good for about the first year or so. And then people are like, okay. And maybe people are going to show up and watch. And then after a while, all right, enough's enough.
Yeah.
Right? So I feel like the ass kicking is the pick.
However, what if the ass kicking is so bad that one day you're getting your ass kicked and it causes internal bleeding and you don't even know it. And then you end up dying from the ass
Well, then your
kicking.
ass beating is done because it's for the rest of your life.
Yeah, and they're going to jail for murder at that point.
But you're dead.
So will they be. And insurance premium. Come on. It's all good. Right? To me, there's just too much logistics with the ass kicking every day. And you're going to go to jail and get your ass kicked every day.
True statement.
Maybe not.
There's a good chance you're going to have to change who you are as an individual to go to jail for 2 years. You're going to have to jeopardize your virtues.
Either way, something is happening with your ass. I call this day spa or dispensary.
Mhm.
Okay. So basically, I've got some businesses. These are legit businesses in Tulsa.
Oh, fun.
It's either a day spa or a dispensary.
Okay.
Now, based off the name, you're going to chime in with and that's how you're going to buzz in. Corbin or Lindsay.
Okay.
Got
You
it.
get one shot and one shot only because this is a 50-50
Don't I know
chance. There's no point in, hey, would you like to guess, Lindsay? He said it's a
Yeah.
dispensary. No, it's a day. So you only get one shot.
Okay.
Whoever wins at the end, I got a big prize for you. Okay.
Like
Okay.
a little nug, maybe?
Yeah, that's what I'm hoping.
Maybe.
God knows you
Trip to a
have
day
plenty.
spa?
Right. So day spa or dispensary, are you guys ready?
Ready.
All right, we're going to take it up from the top here. Euphora. Corbin, yes.
That's a spa.
Euphora is a dispensary. No points for anybody on that one. All right. Nirvana, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct.
Come on, Lindsay.
You got to get in the game, woman. Get in the game. All right. Omni Oasis, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Day spa.
Day spa is correct. So far, we're tied 1-1. La Fusion, day spa or dispensary? La Fusion.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, that is incorrect. La Fusion is a day spa. Poppies, day
Corbin.
spa or dispensary? Corbin,
That
yes.
is a day spa.
Yes, you are correct. Poppies is a day spa. 2-1 so far. Corbin's lead. OHG, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay,
Dispensary.
that is correct. Tied
What'd
up.
you say?
OHG. That's all it is. These are all the ones. I just found them on Google.
Sure.
I just simply Googled day spa and then Googled dispensaries and then found a bunch of them that
Sure.
are really close.
I just
to
couldn't
be
hear. I didn't
confused.
hear you
Yeah.
because you were going so fast. I didn't hear you. I didn't know it was
I wonder
letters.
what that stands for.
I have no idea. Nonetheless, moving forward, 918 Elevate, day spa or dispensary? 918 Elevate.
Corbin.
Yes,
Dispensary.
that is correct. Corbin's in the lead, 3-2. One Love Wellness, day spa.
Corbin.
You got to pick it up, Lindsay. Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin, One Love Wellness is indeed a
Wow.
dispensary. Yes. Corbin killing it right now. Lotus Blossom,
Corbin.
day spa or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
You are wrong, my friend.
You
Lotus-
might need to.
Lotus
Okay.
Blossom is a day spa. Go ahead, Google
I
it.
know there's a dispensary called Lotus.
There's one called Lotus Gold, not Lotus Blossom. See, and that's the fun part about this game because they can be
No, somatic,
they're
sure.
so close. All right, Indigo, day spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
That is a dispensary.
Indigo. Lindsay is a day
Yeah.
spa. So far, it's 4-2. Corbin's lead. Hand and Stone, day spa
Lindsay.
or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
All right, Lindsay, you are correct on a comeback.
I've been there.
It's a 50-50 guess.
Right, of course. All right, Rosebuds, day spa or dispensary?
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
I'm going to go dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct. Rosebuds is a dispensary, tied up 4-4. Jade Wellness Center, day spa
Corbin.
or dispensary? Corbin.
That is a wellness, or that is a day spa.
Corbin. Jade Wellness Center is a dispensary.
What?
Still tied 4-4. Deluxe, day spa or
Corbin.
dispensary? Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin, you are incorrect. Deluxe is a dispensary. Nature's Kiss.
I think that's both, actually.
Who knows? This is just the information that
who
was
cares if
given.
it's accurate?
Yeah. All right, Nature's Kiss, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct, my friend. Corbin just made 4. Aqua Viva Oasis, day
Lindsay.
spa or dispensary? Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay is correct. All right, so we're tied up 5-5. Fig Medical, day spa or dispensary?
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That That is incorrect. Fig Medical is a day spa.
I was thinking because like sweet,
Yeah.
right? And
Yeah.
like sometimes you know it smells like
You're
a fig.
thinking medical marijuana.
Right.
All right. Remember, this is for a big prize. At the end of the game here,
Sure.
you are going to love the prize that I have.
Leftovers.
chosen for you.
Leftovers.
Right, it's a
Okay.
roach.
Right. Right.
Bong
And not
water.
the one you. Laura Apothecary, Day
Lindsay.
Spa or Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay is incorrect. The
Yeah, it's a
Laura
spa.
Apothecary is a day spa. Lucky Garden, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That's a dispensary.
Lucky Garden, Corbin is a day spa. So far, we got 6 to Corbin and 5 to Lindsay. The Health Center, Day Spa or
Oh,
Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin, yes.
That is a dispensary.
That is correct. You sound like you've been there before.
To me, the name was just so obvious. There's no
Right.
way you're going to call an actual spa that.
Right, the Health Center. Supreme Heights, Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin would be correct. All right, so we're looking at 8 to 5, Lindsay.
Okay.
All right, we're down in the home stretch of this thing. All right. The Enchanted Cottage, Day
Corbin.
Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
Corbin is incorrect. That is a day spa.
Why are people calling here asking if we have weed?
Got any specials on an ounce, man?
It's called Enchanted.
Wildflower, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a dispensary.
That is incorrect, Corbin. Wildflower is a day spa. All right, Clover Patch, Tulsa, Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay would be correct.
What's the score?
6 to 8, Corbin's
Okay.
lead. All right, The Merry Mind, Day Spa or
Lindsay.
Dispensary. Lindsay.
Huh?
Lindsay. The Merry Mind is a dispensary. All right, The Relax Station, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
That is correct. Corbin is up 9 to 6. Path to Wellness, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Dispensary.
Lindsay, Path to Wellness is a
Oh,
day
I'm
spa.
sorry. I thought you said packed.
Oh, yeah. Was that the
wellness.
problem?
Yeah, I thought it said packed.
Sure, yes. Let me enunciate a little bit more, shall we? All right, let's see here. Heirloom, Day Spa or Dispensary. Heirloom, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin.
That's a dispensary.
Corbin, Heirloom is a day spa.
Mm.
You're still in the lead 9 to 6. He's okay. Tulsa Garden, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay. Day
Spa.
Spa or Dispensary. The Tulsa Garden is a day spa. Good job, Lindsay.
Score.
We're looking at 9 to 7, Corbin's lead. Bella Roma Medical, Day Spa or Dispensary. Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin, Bella Roma Medical is a day spa. Stonebrook, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Yes, you are correct, Lindsay. We are now 9 to 8, neck and neck. Who is going to win, Day Spa or Dispensary, and walk away with a big, big prize? Stone Age Meds, Day Spa
Corbin.
or Dispensary. Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. The Stone Age Meds is a dispensary. Uptown Wellness, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Corbin.
Corbin.
That is a spa.
Corbin. Uptown Wellness is a dispensary.
Really?
We only got 2 left here.
Okay.
All right. So we got a chance to tie it and a breaker if we can do this. All right. Pura, Day Spa or
Corbin.
Dispensary. Corbin.
Dispensary.
Corbin is correct. Pura is a dispensary, puts him with the win 10 to 8. I'll go ahead and give you the last one, see if you can guess it. Stonebrook, Day Spa or Dispensary.
Lindsay.
Lindsay.
Spa.
Lindsay would have been correct, which wouldn't matter because it's 10 to 9. Corbin is the big winner. Congratulations, Corbin.
What'd I get?
You want to know what you got?
Yeah.
My friend, I tell you, you have won my leftover potatoes. That's right, Corbin. I had
Listen,
dinner last night.
I love it. That's awesome, man. I'm actually kind of hungry, so I think that's a fantastic
This is
gift. And
perfect.
you're not a horrible cook,
No.
so that's great. But I just think it's just an honor to win. So I'm going to go ahead and give it to Lindsay. She put in a valiant effort.
Listen,
And
Corbin,
I just appreciate the competitiveness. And I'm just one guy on a team, and we're just a team trying to make the thing happen. And it's an honor to be a part of the Ford Truck Series, and anything I can do to make this Hilton Hotel team do the best I can.
Well, Corbin, I'm glad that you accepted and decided to give your prize of potatoes to the loser of the game, but that's not all that you're going to win. All right? So not only do you get my leftover dinner from last night, my potatoes and a little bit of steak with some cheese on top, I'm also going to hook you up with a 6-pack of Twisted Tea. Set right up front because nobody wants this. So I grabbed a pack and you get to take it home with
Again, you put
Twisted
zero
Tea.
effort into the prize.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just real grateful that this Hilton Honors team did the best they could, and we'll make sure part of the Ford Truck Series continues. So I'd like to give it to my second place. His second isn't winning. So
Twisted Tea is a great beer fridge for guests.
Right.
item.
Well, congratulations, Lindsay. You got yourself some old mashed potatoes and some warm Twisted Tea for losing on Day Spa or Dispensary.
This says, I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years because I made a stupid mistake and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, slept with some woman, and almost immediately the guilt took over me. She has told me it's over, but I have to try. What can I do to get her to give our marriage a second chance? 918-460-KMOD. Bmms. Then whatever you think he should do to 82945. Let's entertain the idea. What are some things he could do? How about a vacation?
Ooh,
you and me. Let's have a vacation. Let's go to some beautiful exotic place and talk out my inability to keep my penis in my pants.
Yeah.
Having kids usually fixes that situation.
That maybe if you're lucky, you'll get to do that.
Vacations are nice. Absolutely.
Can you work on a
But
problem on a vacation, Lindsay?
I don't think so. Because
This
once
isn't a
you get
problem. This is a
back-
crack in the foundation.
Absolutely. Because once you get back, everything's right there, you know? Yeah.
What are some other
And
things he could try?
I think he
Entertain the
begs,
idea. No
goes
bad
on
ideas.
Hands and knees and
Begs?
What? Yeah. What do you want me to? I will do anything you want me to do.
Yeah. Horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody. Right. And this is why. Because you want to fix it. You have to come up with ideas. Not me.
Mm-hmm.
You want to fix it. Why do I have to tell you how to fix your problem?
Mm-hmm.
Not just this, any scenario, if you have to go to the person and be like, tell me what I have to do to fix this, then you shouldn't be in it. It's a horrible way to get into a conversation with somebody to try and rectify a problem. Because it means you don't know. You haven't even entertained ideas.
Right.
How about a candlelight dinner?
That's
not
good
enough.
and gravy and all, but the distractions there, man, you're not going to be able to enjoy your candlelight dinner. You know, you're not going to be able to do much of anything fun, a vacation or anything like that, because, you know, there's a giant elephant in the room.
Again, we're just trying to convince for a second chance. What about a spa day?
Sure. I'll go ahead and let you spend your money on me so I can go and feel better.
Yeah, is he
about
going to send
myself.
her on a spa day? I know. I think he needs to go to her and definitely like he needs to know from her what she expects from him.
I don't think
what he wants her to
Come
do.
on,
What-
Lindsay.
yeah,
Come
no.
on. Come on, Lindsay.
Taking
Come on,
her-
Lindsay.
What?
What he expects of her.
What
Don't
she
have sex with
wants him
other
to do.
people.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's what the expectation is.
Absolutely. But he's done it. He's done the damage.
Yeah, so we're
He's
talking about a
done the
second
damage.
chance.
Exactly.
So what do we're just talking about crazy ideas.
Yep.
Commit to
Yeah.
an idea, Lindsay.
Yeah. So going on vacation, sure, it's nice, but now he gets to go on a vacation too. Like, it's almost like, I don't know if I want to go on a vacation with you right now.
Hall pass. You want a crazy idea? Give her a hall pass.
There,
Give
yeah.
her an opportunity to even Stevens this thing.
Mhm. And she doesn't have to tell him about it. Ever.
Well, no, she knows about his, so I feel like it has
It's
to be
only
even.
fair, yeah.
If it's even, it's even.
No.
Why do you not get to tell anybody?
Maybe she doesn't even take him up on it. He'll never know.
Mm,
You know what I mean? Let him wonder. Did she or didn't she?
yeah. Usually works.
It usually does.
Yeah.
Withholding information.
Yeah.
people have already texted him what my feelings are on this. To me, it's quite clear, but they are asking.
Yeah.
Right. They are going, what's some scenario? What's a scenario? What is a possibility? Brandon is on. Hey, Brandon, how are you?
Good. How are y'all?
Good. What do you think?
From a person who's been cheated on multiple times, I say the damage has already been done. But if he wants to win her over, they've been married 10 years. Renew your vows. Make new vows. Tell her you're committed to her and only her. You know, just go and renew your vows. That might win her over. You never know.
Right. A mulligan.
Right.
Yeah, pull a mulligan.
Yeah.
Pull that mulligan card. Pull it all day long.
You said that you've been cheated on multiple times, Brandon. Would that have worked with you?
No, because I stayed with someone who cheated on me 9 times.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Are you
But
blind? Are you blind?
Well, I lived 7.5 hours away from my family at the time. So I was kind of forced just to stick around because I was in a state I didn't know. I wasn't from that state. So I stuck around and rode out the roller coaster.
What was her excuse on the 7th time?
His excuse was I was away from the house for 2 weeks on walk and he got lonely.
So this is your boyfriend?
Yeah, it was my ex.
Yeah.
But when he said that, I was like, yeah, I'm done. I took the call around midnight when he was drunk, took the call, and I left and never looked back.
Had to rip that Band-Aid, huh?
I just left. I was done.
Wait, that was the 7th time.
Yeah. And then
you came back.
Took the call back because I was like, oh, maybe you changed. And the 9th time was finally the draw.
For him I'm just being really honest. Him cheating 9 times, do you blame him or yourself?
I blame myself for being blinded by love.
But it wasn't. No, it wasn't, though.
No. It was not my fault. But I mean, I kept going back.
No, it's your fault. It wasn't love.
It was my own stupidity trying to think I can change someone.
Right. Hope. Well, it was hope. You were hoping.
Mm-hmm.
You were hoping he'd look at her. Yeah.
Yeah.
Right on, man. Brandon, have a great day, man.
You too.
All right. See you later.
These texts are good.
Scott is on. Hey, Scott, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Good, buddy. What do you think?
You know, let's be real. I love some of the comments, and you guys especially, but let's be real. You're not going to be able to give her a hall pass because we as men are never going to forget that. We're never going to stop dwelling on it. And, you know, we're going to be the demise of that at that point. I think there's only one way to really do it. Either walk away because you can't tell me guilt took over after. You were enjoying it then. You went out for that purpose to go meet somebody. So either open this up to an open relationship, ask her, hey, do you want an open relationship, or walk away now, brother, because you lost it.
Let me ask you, Scott, what would be an argument they would have had that would have not justified him cheating, but going out and being completely reckless? Like what's something?
Well, she would have had to cheat. I mean, the only way I'm ever going to cheat is she walks to me and says she just cheated. I'm walking out. I'm going to get me some, and I'm done with this relationship.
But then, I mean, you're
I mean,
not
let's
really
be real
cheating
as
at
a
that
man.
point, are you, Scott? You're
Well,
Mm-hmm.
you know, until that divorce, I get it. But there's no hall pass or dinner or vacation. I agree with her vacation. That means she's not going to forget that. I don't care if 5 years down the road, that's going to be in every argument you have.
Mm-hmm.
So you might as well either walk away or open this thing up and let's become swingers.
Just walk up to her with a pineapple in hand.
Right on, man.
Upside down it, baby.
All right, Scott, have a great day, friend.
You too, guys.
All right, see you later.
Got a great idea to fix the situation.
I hear that, like, if she cheats, I'm going out right and cheating, and cheating right away. It's going to be like the movie Hall Pass. I'm going to Applebee's and having wings and going to bed at 9. Like,
yeah,
right, because that's our routine now.
No,
that's where we're at.
No, I don't have the game. Like, what are you talking about? It's not like I'm turning down women every time I go out the door.
You go to the bar, you wait till about, 1:45-ish.
Oh,
you find the biggest woman with the least amount of teeth in her face, and you say, you're coming with me.
I got to be honest. If I'm cheating as revenge, it ain't just going to be on crumbs.
Listener email. I'm about to get divorced from my wife of 10 years
Homeless
because
people eat out of garbage cans.
I
Corbin.
made a
You
stupid
better
mistake
get users.
and had a one-night stand. We got in an argument. I left, went to the bar, and slept with some woman. Almost immediately, the guilt took over me. She's told me it's over. But I have to try. What can I do to get her or to give our marriage a second chance? Lindsay.
Okay, so he already did the most awful thing he could have done, and that was cheat. But he was honest. So he's got that going for him at least. And if he wants to work things out, he's going to have to take the blame and take whatever is coming to him. If she is pissed, let her be pissed and just take it. Take the anger and just wait it out and see what she wants to do. The ball is absolutely 100% in her court. So whatever she wants, she gets at this point. If you want to stay in this marriage, if she wants to go through therapy, then you guys are going to go to counseling together. If she wants just you to go to counseling, then you're going to have to go to counseling because the ball is absolutely 100% in her court.
Gimpy.
Yeah, man, there's really nothing you can do, honestly. Just sit back and take your lumps as they are. All right. If she wants it to work, she'll figure it out. She's gonna be mad AF for a long time. And you're gonna have to deal with it. You're gonna have to deal with being boring. There's not gonna be any time going out with the boys or going out doing whatevs, you know. And if you can't handle that, then you need to walk away. You need to realize, well, I effed this one up. I'm just going to go ahead and take my ball and I'm going to go home and then I'll come back and play the game another day. You know what I'm saying? It's just, there's nothing really you can do. Just let time pass it on by. That's it.
I'm sorry. I have no gimmick for you that will work. You tell her you want it to work. You made a giant mistake and you're willing to work through it. She doesn't hear that. You got your answer.
Yeah,
it's pretty black and white, man.
Yeah.
You have to eat your S sandwich. And when you go on and date in the future and be asked what happened with your marriage, you got to be honest. You essed the bed royally. And so either you tell her what you want and hope she appeases you, but why beg someone to be with you? The Huffington Post has a list of the rudest things to avoid when you're visiting someone's home, like things you shouldn't do, right? Touching or moving things.
Well, yeah.
Oh, so like I'm guilty of this though. Like if a picture
I'm shocked.
If a picture is crooked hanging on the wall, I'll straighten it.
Why?
No.
Why? It's not yours.
Exactly.
Nope.
Because I'm sure that it wasn't supposed to be crooked.
You don't know that. Some people like things off kilter like that.
I'll even mention it. I'm going to fix that.
Oh, that's rude. That's like, like the cliche of like a mom coming in like, your pictures aren't straight.
Oh, Jesus Christ, Ma.
Another one. Expecting a tour.
Oh, yeah.
You don't walk in and be like, give me a tour.
No, I don't.
I totally do. I love snooping around.
Because I don't want someone to do that to me. Because what if your bedrooms aren't clean or the bathroom's not clean?
Then they'll let you know.
Yeah.
Furthermore, Susan, they shouldn't be having company over if that's the case. Bedroom, maybe. All right. Bathrooms, though, clean that ass up if you're having company come over.
Another one. Overstaying your welcome.
Right.
How long? What's the good amount of time to stay at someone's house?
Depends on what the activity is.
Yeah.
Let's say dinner.
Oh, okay.
Couple hours.
2 hours after dinner. After 2 hours.
So you still at 6, 8, get out.
Because now it's time for the family to wind down.
Yeah.
And start doing their own nightly routine.
And I think it depends on who it is.
Snooping.
Oof.
Yeah.
Opening the cabinet.
Yeah, you
to
don't
look
do
through the
that.
medicine cabinet. You feel like you give a vibe that you do that.
No, I don't do that.
Okay, it's not an insult. I'm just saying
Yeah.
it gives a vibe.
Why?
Because you're nosy. You're very
What makes me nosy?
well. You'll walk into a room when a conversation's happening, going, "Wait, what are we talking about?"
Oh,
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
You love knowing other people's gossip.
Yeah. I'll watch those gossip shows.
No, I'm talking
they're
like
there
personal
for.
gossip. I'm not talking about TV shows.
Yeah, if we're here, I don't want to miss out on anything for sure.
Yeah, that's nosy.
Yeah.
Bringing an uninvited +1.
Yeah. Because now you're forcing the other people to like entertain somebody they don't know. It just makes
Right. Or
everything
don't like.
exactly. And it's not your place to be inviting somebody else over.
Feeding their dog.
Huh? Oh, like table scraps or something?
I think that's what they mean, right?
Yeah.
I can't imagine you be like, where's your chow chow so I can put it in the bowl? Good morning. It's the Big Mad Morning Show. 918-460-KMOD. You can also text Bmms and then what you want to say to 82945. Gimpy took a stance on tipping and invited people to visit the talkback feature that is on the iHeartRadio app. It's a way for you to audibly send a message to us. We just ask you not swear. I know that's a waste of my breath probably, but do your best to not swear so we can air it. So Gimpy went through of some ones. What'd you find?
Well, I found there's some goods in there, and they did not swear, so I can play these back. And we got a small handful in here. Maybe a little bit bigger than a small handful in here.
Okay.
But I'm just going to take it straight from the top.
All right.
So,
but one at a time, right?
Yeah, one at a time.
Okay.
Oh, God, no. Let's play them all at once. That'd be a jumbled mess.
With you, I never know.
It's the remix. Here you go.
Here's a hot take. If you can't afford to tip your server 20%, you can't afford to eat out. It's a social contract. Tip your server. Because if Andrew gets up, then we'll all get up, and it'll be anarchy.
Love that quote.
Social contract? It's a social contract. And that's, I think, is what set me off in the beginning of this.
Yeah.
Because who is society to deem that I have to pay you and a little extra for doing your job? I've figured out that this all started as a pissing match between a couple of old people way back in the day. Somebody delivered something, newspaper, milk, food or whatever, and it's like, thanks, Johnny, I appreciate you. Here's a little extra for your hard work. Okay. And then old neighbor Bob next door is like, blah, blah, blah. I can't be outdone like that. Oh, I'm going to give him more. And now it's a social norm, social contract.
There are social contracts in life, right? Like, you'll keep your kids corralled.
Leash.
Right? There's no rule, right? But it's not like, you can't take a dump in the middle of the road.
Right.
Right.
That is illegal.
Right.
Yes.
Right. But keeping your kids together and that's a social contract.
Message.
Gimpy's got an email.
Right.
So there are social contracts. So I guess I can understand what he's saying there. If I remember correctly, and could be a conspiracy, tipping originated with people that own businesses wanting to hire people but not pay them the same. So they put it on the other people to tip. And the only people that take those type of jobs are people from lower classes, lower economic classes, and that it's the way to keep them in that spot.
So that brings me to a text message that came through. I've got to pay extra. Employee wants to be a cheap ass. I don't think so, Tommy.
No, but
I don't think so.
Well, I think maybe approach it from a different way. You have to pay your employee because that's the only job that they can get, and they're being taken advantage of to take those jobs. Is another, from a different angle.
That's another take on it.
Yeah.
Here's another one that came through.
I agree with Gimpy on the tipping.
Was this person 5?
One of the only few
Just going straight down the line.
Require tipping, and I think it's kind of ridiculous that people's pay is dependent on their customer.
On how well they do?
Especially when people like Gimpy said, just because you eat doesn't mean you have money to do a 20% tip.
And that kind of goes back to the first message on the talkback. If you don't have money to tip, then you can't afford to go out and eat. So I can't afford with what little bit of extra money that I have. The bills are paid, and I have a little bit of extra money left over, and I want to treat my family to something nice and go out to eat, so we're not stuck in the house eating God knows whatever. Let's go out and have something nice.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I got to pay extra for it, or I can't afford to eat. I'm not allowed to be there. I'm not as good as you are.
Well, I'll use
yourself.
One, I was alluding to this person sounds like they're not old enough to have ever tipped.
Oh,
but
okay.
And when I said 5, But I'll use your own words against you.
Mhm.
Hey, if you don't have enough money to tip and you're just trying to do something nice, get a different job and make more money.
Absolutely.
It's the same argument.
Absolutely. It sure is.
That is the
sure
play. If you want to go out to eat, sure, there are plenty of places you can go to eat and don't have to tip.
To me, that's everywhere. But that's just my opinion.
I believe you.
That's just my opinion. Let's see, that was 2. Here's number 3 right here. Yeah, we got that.
I tip based off performance. Yep.
I'm not giving a tip. That was so weak. That was like a beta.
Yeah, right. All right. Here's this one.
The best Batman
This is about Batman.
is Robert Pattinson.
Ooh.
So it's not tipping, but it's still the talkback feature.
I love it.
You
I
still
love
comment. Use the talkback feature to comment on anything
I
we're
love
talking
it.
about.
I love it. I don't hate that take. Only because I haven't seen Robert Pattinson as it, and I think Robert Pattinson is a fantastic actor.
I don't think I know who. I'm sure I
Twilight.
Twilight.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that guy. Okay. Yeah.
Have you seen him, Lindsay, in the Batman?
Yeah. He's okay. He's not. I'm not a fan of his in general, though. I'm not attracted to him. I wasn't.
don't have to be attracted to like their acting.
I didn't like the Twilight series. I didn't read the books. I didn't do the movies. So, but I did find the history of tipping. It started over in Europe at European taverns to ensure quick and good service. Wealthy Americans discovered it for themselves in the early 1850s and 1860s while traveling, and they brought it over to America. American travelers brought it here as a way to feel aristocratic, but tipping did not take off immediately in the U.S. There was a high level of resistance to it, and tipping was deemed un-American. Eating out was already expensive, so why would struggling Americans have to pay more on top of the bill?
That's a good point.
It also seemed to enforce classist tendencies, where the upper class left a small gratuity for those in the lower classes that worked in the service industry.
Okay.
So,
Wrap it up.
Yeah.
There's some text coming in. I love this. Corbin, just go to the job store and get a job. That's Gimpy's take. Another text. I'm 29, not 5, Corbin. Well, you sound 5.
Yeah, right.
Why do I have to get a new job just so I can pay someone else's job extra because their employer chooses not to pay them?
Good point.
I think the message meant your employer wants to be a cheap ass. Best tip ever heard given to anyone in the service industry is don't play leapfrog with a unicorn. Okay. Do you have any others you want to play, Gimpy?
Yeah, sure. Why not? I'll play one more. And I think this is another Batman one just based on the timestamp that's on it. So we'll see what he has to say, or she.
Keaton and Nicholson played Bob Kane's characters. True to form, beautiful, like the other comment said, the comic books. Bale played Frank Miller's stories, novels. So they both did amazing jobs, but it's comparing apples to apples, but it's Granny Smith and Washington.
So that noise in the background is how deep he is in the weeds.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
He's rustling through the weeds to tell us about all that.
Yeah.
All right, we got to that's the talkback feature. You can do it anytime via the iHeartRadio app. And the cool thing is if you do it during our show, it sends it to us. We see it.
Mm-hmm.
So we know you're commenting on our show. And again, it's on the iHeartRadio app. We got to take a break and we'll be back.
Tulsa's morning show.
Probably a what's the one? What are the we call him, my husband calls it a Harry Truman, and that's not what its real name. We see
bombs.
Huh?
Is it just dropping bombs everywhere it
No,
flies?
it's now I can't even think of the real name of it. You see them all a blue herring. Is that what it is?
Blue herring.
Isn't that a fish?
See them all the time on the.
So it's the ones you see in the ponds, and they got the long legs and stuff like that. Yeah.
The heron, yes.
Great blue heron.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just out of curiosity.
Gimpy?
Can I say big?
Huh?
Big
bird.
Big bird. Okay.
Oh.
If we're going like a legit bird,
Yeah.
I'm going to go with the flamingo.
Yeah, that's where I was going.
Yeah.
Yeah, see if it tastes like shrimp.
Yeah, flamingo or
That's
roadrunner,
true.
one of the two.
Yeah, why not? That sounds fine. Penguin. I'm down for some penguin.
Oh yeah, some freaking penguin.
Yeah, you don't have to worry about it getting. I mean, it's cold. It's right there on the ice.
Right.
Who doesn't? Some good penguin. Yum. I'm gonna name some dishes. You give me a scale of 1 to 10. 10 being awesome.
Okay.
And 0 being pass.
Okay.
Okay. Lindsay, you're in on this too.
10 being
Let's
awesome,
start.
0
Let's
being
start
nothing.
basic,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
Spaghetti.
Oh, no.
Lindsay.
Oh, I'm a 10.
Okay. Gimpy.
3.
Okay. Fettuccine Alfredo. You can
10.
You can say 10.
Could I say 11?
Gimpy?
Oh.
What kind? Is it seafood or is it chicken?
This is just the cheese. This is
Just
no
the
chicken. No.
sauce
Yeah.
and noodles?
Yeah.
0.
Okay. Manicotti. So manicotti, for those who don't know, it's a ricotta. Mostly the time it's a ricotta-based filled noodle.
Big ol' honking noodle too.
It's a 6 for me.
Okay.
That's a 0 for me, dog.
Okay. Stuffed shells.
6.
Okay. Gimpy.
2. 2,
Wow.
if that. I'm struggling for a 2, bro.
Okay. That's fine.
Yeah.
Lasagna.
3.
Wow. Gimpy.
Who's making it?
Whoever your favorites is.
It's even my mom's lasagna. That would like rank like a 2 or 3 for me, and that's because it's mom's. So lasagna, just in general,
Yeah.
that's a 1.
Chicken Parmesan. Or sorry, chicken Parmigiana.
9.
Never had it.
What?
Crazy.
It feels crazy.
Yeah. So that's going to be a 0 for me, dog.
Oh my God, dude. Chicken. Oh my gosh.
Is it the eggplant and the?
Nope.
That one's good too.
That's different.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Chicken piccata. Chicken piccata is the lemon chicken. I know. It's lemon.
Yeah, 7.
That's 0.
Oh my God.
Like we went to that fancy Italian place for the boss that what was it last week, his lunch or whatever. And I'm looking at the menu, I was like,
Mondo's, great Italian restaurant.
Mondo's, I respect them and what they do. It's just Italian is not for me. I'm like, I don't know what to get. Everything on the menu had either mushrooms or lemon on it. And I was just like, what's this stuff with the shrimp? Sounds good. I'll eat the shrimp over the noodles, which is exactly what I did.
I mean, I wanted to see. All right, so let's just go with a couple things here because I'm trying to find fried mozzarella.
I mean, that's just deep
10.
fried cheese. But even then, I want to give it like a 4.
Calamari.
10.
Calamari. I'll go ahead and give that like maybe a 6 or something because I've had calamari at other places that's not Italian food.
Bruschetta or bruschetta.
10.
Was that the fancy bread?
It's most of the time it's toasted little pieces of bread with tomatoes and olive oil and balsamic and basil. And
Yes,
stuff.
the extremely stale bread that you chip a tooth on every time you eat it. That's a 0.
Let's see. Let's get it. Spaghetti and meatball ravioli.
Lindsay?
6.
Only if it's Chef Boyardee. Which actually his name was Chef Boyardee, but we had to Americanize it.
Give me your rating, Mr. Wikipedia.
1.
Good morning, the Big Mad Morning Show. Lindsay, what'd you learn today?
I learned that it's the first time Arnold Schwarzenegger got busted for rear-ending a woman that wasn't his maid. And Corbin, you know what the difference between a canoe and Gimpy is?
What?
A canoe tips.
It's true. Gimpy, what'd you learn today?
I learned I'm not alone when it comes to getting the tip. I also learned
not.
Right. I also learned that Ashton Kutcher lobbied for us to have a place to do our cocaine at Walmart.
So let me get this straight. You drink too much and pass out around Gimpy, he'll sexually assault you and he'll take a picture of it, and that's just the rule?
Yeah.
And I also learned, you can absolutely do the bare minimum when you go out to eat and not tip people, but if you're somebody who believes in a better society and helping thy neighbor, then, maybe you'll tip. It's Corbin saying, make sure this dishwasher's loaded right.
It's Lindsay, stop tracking my cycle.
Thank you, thank you. Far too kind.
Ready? Let's go. Can I get a
Let me text in and say, do you think Zio's is delicious? You got to try Luigi's and Sky Took. So authentic. I think it's run by the actual Italian mob. I've had Luigi's and Sky Took. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
It's fine. I like, it's not like I go to Zio's and I order one of everything.
Right.
Right. I worked there after college and their 5-cheese pasta, adding chicken to it was so good.
Yeah.
Their spinach artichoke dip, which isn't Italian, whatever, but it was so good.
Mm-hmm. I just like the brown paper on the tables that give you crayons.
The cannoli, yeah, I know how to write my name upside down. Cannoli, with the Alfredo and the chicken and stuff, so good there.
Okay, I'll give you that. I'll give you the Italian dish, the cannoli. That's delicious, just because it's cheese and powdered sugar.
No. That's the dessert.
I know.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
That's the only Italian food that I really old cannoli.
We haven't gotten to the real one. Pizza.
I've said it before, and you all thought I was crazy.
1 to 10.
1 to 10, a pizza. That's going to be a 3 for me. So low on the scale, man.
Lindsay.
10.
Yeah.
Always.
Pretty much all those except peppers and onions that we've mentioned are about anywhere between an 8 and a 10 for me.
Really?
See, I love peppers and onions. I don't love the heartburn, but man, it's almost worth the heartburn for me.
A good bolognese pasta.
Italian food. They are the Beatles for me.
A nice short rib braised ragu.
Ragu, the sauce in a jar.
So it's just no. So good. I'm telling you, man, Italian food.
I like Young Sheldon way more than the Big Bang Theory.
If you ever say that again, I'm going to call the HR department.
Why? Big Bang Theory is a giant turd.
That's the most offensive thing I think I've ever heard you say.
Young Sheldon it's not the greatest, but it's better than Big Bang Theory.
I am so disappointed in you right now. You've done some things that are pretty crazy, and this might be the most disappointing thing I've ever heard you say.
He was the executive producer of Cowboys and Aliens.
I feel like you and I run in succession on a lot of things, but this Young Sheldon thing has got me twisted.
Have you ever watched an episode?
I've watched enough to go, no.
If I gun to my head, you got to choose one. Young Sheldon or Big Bang Theory. I'm going to choose Young Sheldon, man.
No, I'm still a no. I'll pick Big Bang.
Just shoot. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because the girl. She's so hot.
Yeah, but
Kaylee Cuoco.
But everything else about that show negates her hotness.
I can turn it down.
It doesn't matter.